Twilight Zinnius. Start day. Let's see how far we can get. Quest obtained. Morning. Slept well? How great ain't gonna do, Wingkeep. Give me your best lines, I'll hear them all today. Top of the morning to you, adventurers? Go on. Peace and contentment be upon you, travelers? Mm-hmm. Sweet water and good berries, friends? Alright, enough. Seem to be in high spirits. Not often you get the chance to work on the project of a lifetime. I just so passionate about this. Oh yeah, we set Rhea up to be the one that works on the sword. Hope you didn't give Carolyn too hard of a time convincing you. Nah. Once I mentioned Dragonfire, it would have been harder to stop her from going on the quest. It was just tough to find her. Didn't take you for a nighttime soup enjoyer. Not usually. Can't be persuaded though, the right soup and company. Hey Kyle. Assume your quest for comfort food turned out successful? Not at all, I was thwarted by the shadow of night. Dearest Rhea promised we shall endeavor to make shortbread another day, when the sun is high in the sky. And the stores are open. Okay. Rhea grew up in a realm of myths and legends, the subterranean caves, the realm of Urits themselves. Lately she seems to be warming up to some guy in company and even teams up with other adventurers. Speaking of warm, she's always down for some hearty soup, but her favorite comfort is freshly baked shortbread. I do like soup. The stores are open. Need to make that sword first, though. Carolyn update you on what's at stake? Sure did. As sigils of alcoholic zest will know what hit them when they see my newly forged weapon. Sigils of Alcahest. Gesundheit. So I assumed you've worked out a game plan? More or less. Not like we've got a lot of info in that quest of yours. Sorry. You worked with what you had, we'll manage. That ever-burning flame of Leviathan sounds more like a myth than something real. That's exactly like something you need for a mythical weapon capable of saving the world. Ah! Still, you sure you're okay with reforging your sword for this care? Yes, it's the right thing to do. Wasn't what I was asking about. Leave me. I know a thing or two about the importance of an heirloom. It's fine. It's just... wonder if it'll still feel the same connection to my... if I'll still feel the same connection to my Baba when I look at the sword afterwards. Eventually, everything she gazed at in life will be gone. Don't you think she'd be looking at the sword of Carolyn the hero? That has quite a wonderful ring to it. I know your grandma, but reforging that sword of Dragonfire to save the world, I think she would have been mighty proud of you. And I'll make sure that weapon's the best anyone swung this side of the Aether Tree. Have a competition to win, after all. Exactly. Been thinking all night about what techniques to use. The design ain't exactly final, but I'll finish it during our trip to the Highlands if I'm fast enough. Rhea? You doing okay? You never heard of giving someone time to think. Seem to be putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Can't be just some simple run-of-the-mill weapon. And there's so much to decide before starting the forging process. Hinting, quenching, tapering. And the 5 Varrican heat treatment techniques. And the 5... wait. That could actually work. Surprised you still remember those. Certainly, you were very passionate about the method. Just stoked to get my weapon made by you, Rhea. It's you, I know my Baba sword is in good hands. I love Carolyn's smile. Seem to have the forging part covered. Anything planned for the rest of the quest? Alright. Since we don't really know much about who or what might be guarding the flame, we're taking Hex along. Should we encounter any defenses of the, magical sort. As for how to get to the Highlands, Clay and Tia couldn't come along, so... That's why Baya's up for helping us with her tree travel thing. Back button closing the screen is infuriating, I just want to leave landscape mode. That sounds awful, yes. Me too, Carolyn. She's great. I just love her. I love a lot of these characters. Seems like you got your bases covered. You as the main fighter, Rhea as craftsmaster, Hex and Baya as magical support, and Kyle as... I'm afraid I won't be able to fill a role this time, Innkeeper. Tried to distract myself, but the mere thought of dear Evelyn hurt and alone, or worse, it struck me with a torment strong enough to make even this undead heart bleed with worry. No matter what transpired between us, all I craved was to know her safe. To allow my dear friends to march into danger alone was no less distressing. It was almost inconsolable this entire evening. I didn't want to choose one side, only to lose the other forever. So I slammed my empty bowl of soup down on the table between us. We weren't gonna go off and die just because he took his eyes off us for a few days. And yet, that very fate had struck me several times in the past. Said, well, twat be damned if we never get to see your master weapon. If he never get to see me master weapon, yeah. As a matter of fact, I have to chew my way through that fucking tree myself. Heard the dead have a taste for bark anyways. Hey, Jamie. I have to deep clean my house again. Yeah, I had to do that one time when we had like a flea infestation at my parents' place. A couple of times my parents have had that happen. Green bottle flies in the house. A bird fell down their chimney and died. Oh, God. Hey, Knife. Welcome in. Doing alright. Work was long, but tavern time. As if those words washed away most of the anguish that was ailing my soul. Surely it was time to believe in the future. And reconcile with the past I left behind, all for my most cherished people. As long as I didn't forget along the way. Found a workaround for that. Flashcards. I just need to pull them out and be greeted by the wonderful cards prepared for me by Rhea and Carolyn, even though they may be far from me. Sounds great. You have flashcards of them? There's one about you as well. I'm honored. Seems like you thought of everything then. Hopefully. Some help from your drinks would be mighty appreciated nonetheless. Thing in particular? Some fire resistance seemed like it'd come in handy. Does sound reasonable. Gotta focus on agility if we're already going that direction. Don't think we want to take whatever traps we run into head on. And add some strength as well, for anything we can't avoid. That and the fire resistance should definitely help with forging a weapon as well. Oh, that ghost berry I brought you yesterday. I wouldn't mind some invisibility either. Might give us some imaginative ways to deal with whatever challenges we end up facing. Concentrating on intelligence to take full advantage of that sounds like a good option too. Hex would like that. I bet. Knowing him, there's an equal chance of his idea going right or horribly wrong. If things go south, we'll need the charm to talk our way out of anything. In this way, dear Evelyn will be stunned by my most captivating entrance. Sounds decent. Intelligence could also help with figuring out those techniques you mentioned. My design, I guess. Alright, Incube. You look like you're bursting to help us out with this decision. Is that going to be dexterity with some strength as backup and fire resistance, or should we approach this with intelligence, a small dose of charisma in case things go wrong, and some handy invisibility? Well, if you're asking me, ooh, that is difficult to choose. Especially since this seems like a very important quest. The fire resistance seems cool, but I feel like I'm gonna go the int route and hope this works. I'm gonna go the intelligence route and hope it works. So for that, do we just need a sparking nebula? I think we do. I think we just need a sparkling nebula, and then I need to get whatever invisibility thing. Yeah. Right here. Yeah, that's the invisibility option. Okay. My ghost berries. Alright, 1, 2. Oh yeah, this needs to be... Ah, but you specifically wanted... Uh-oh. Yeah, you specifically only wanted 1 of this. So what would it be then? Peak sunrise, maybe? Let's try that instead. Okay, so we put this in here. Needs a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I think that'll work. Yeah, there we go. you want to forge that weapon properly, it might be best to reserve your strength. Also, anyone guarding the flame should be pretty invested in the dragon's well-being. So here, to solving the challenge ahead of you cleverly. Yeah, I'm glad I got to use the ghost berry, it's so cute. Appreciate it, Innkeeper. I think this will put us on the right track. And with that, we're off to the Highlands. Me and Kyle are gonna go grab Hex. Or I let him go check on his ex-wife. You go get Baya? Sure. Good. Alright, that's it, Innkeep. One last line for good luck. Make it count. Mind the creaky step on your way out. Heh, fair. Fare thee well, dear Innkeeper. Bye. Carolyn? Kinda weird, isn't it? What is? It's gonna be a battle for the fate of the world. But Elfie ain't here to worry themselves stupid about it. They'd have loved this, I think. Not the impending doom, but all this getting together to defeat evil stuff. Fable! I should have told those guys heading to the Twilight Portal to keep an eye out for him. Oh well. Good. Suppose it's time for me to head out as well. Stay safe, Carolyn. Always, Innkeeper. Oh. Fable. Alright, Twilight Portal crew, where we at? Now that's a squad! Look at this squad. Innkeeper, we have returned. See that to you, I was awaiting you. I'm surprised to see you here, Jade. Yeah, it's holier than thou dragged me along. Some shit about finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressing open interest in our plight when we were talking to Iniko. I believe you asked multiple questions that indicated your desire to help. I remember asking how much you'd pay and you said nothing, so I said no thanks. And you didn't resist coming along. You have a better job lined up, Jade? Not yet. Iniko and I are eyeing something, but... guess I got some time to kill. Perhaps Iniko can cause chaos on their own then. I'm vacuuming right now, but Fable check. Enjoy your vacuuming, Leafy. I wish Fable was here. I don't even know who would be Leafy's type in this game. Who would be Leafy's type? I'm thinking, I mean, Carolyn's the obvious choice. There's also, Alithia. Jade, maybe? I don't know if Leafy would be a Grace. Oh no. Or Skelly. Or Scully. Yeah. Leafy's a Scully for sure. That's the Leafy type. Yeah, perhaps Iniko can cause chaos. Unfair. Have to work while they get to have all the fun? Well, excuse me, if saving the world has priority over your fun. You're excused. I assume you've written us a quest, Innkeeper? I have, take a look. At least you have wholesome himbo here to help things. Excellent work. I knew we could count on you. Let me have a look at that. You just have to catch the guy at the portal, seems simple enough. We could even set up an ambush. Or be sneaky if he's already there. You can sneak, big guy? I can do a lot of things. What else can you do, Clay? You mind enlightening the rest of the class? What happened to them looking for Fable? They're still looking for Fable, but saving the world has to come first, and Fable's in the place that they're trying to go to, so they're basically gonna go there and just keep an eye out for Fable when they get there. It's not lost on me. Clay's saying, I can do a lot of things. You were blush. Look at this blush. You're thinking the same thing as me. I see you. A few years back, I spent time with some lithic panthers who showed me how to sneak up on anybody. Just don't like doing it. It seems a bit rude, you know? No, I don't. But I think this situation calls for a little rudeness. Agreed. It does, and for a little more manpower. I think we're better off without Iniko's chaos, but there are plenty of other people available. Hex suggested taking Voy. He's great at distractions and knows his way around the Twilight Chasm, should our quest lead into it. Apparently he has family there, though I do hope we don't need to disturb them. Anyone else? We considered a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point. They said not everyone is battle-tested and that it'd be reckless to take inexperienced adventurers along. They also said we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. I think they just wanted an excuse to do some research, and to stay away from the bloodshed. Can't blame them. Melly really wanted to come too, but Dave said no. Is he coming himself? Of course. Made these two ask him before we got here. We need good fighters, and kid's got some talent. Hope he said goodbye properly this time. Dave gets to go look for Fable! Carolyn made sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying death glare in my life. It was very impressive. It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Actually, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long couple of weeks. Sure. So listen up. We make it to the Twilight portal by the moon pools, and we stop our big bad evil bastard from going through. If we fail that, or if he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm and into and we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. And if that fails, well, we stop him at all costs. Sounds like a good plan. While you're at it, will you keep an eye out for Fable for me? Of course. Now, Innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in the world, can we count on your help again? Yes. What do you need? Easy. We just need to be quicker than that maniac. We should be the first to reach the portal. And we should be the first to attack him, all while dodging his counterattacks. Outspeeding him seems like the smartest option here. I hope this character doesn't, like, have the ability to teleport or anything. Yeah, this is good music. It reminds me of, like, Supergiant music, probably the instrument. But Supergiant uses the same kind of instrument a lot. Is it just like a... Yeah. I don't know exactly what it would be. It almost sounds like a banjo. Which I think was used in Bastion, possibly. But I'm really bad with instruments. You're wrong. Is it foolish to think his strikes won't... It is foolish to think his strikes won't be powerful. We need to be well protected against him, so we can take him down before he really hurts any of us. Be stupid. If we're fast enough, he won't even get a chance to hurt us. I'd like you to say that again when you're lying in a pool of your own blood. Okay. Maybe we need both? It's just the balance that counts. We could focus a whole lot on defense, but keep some dexterity in our back pocket. And maybe some of those fast infusion thingies could make up the difference. Yeah, this squad needs a himbo to balance it. We got 2 girl bosses and himbo. Could hasten you with some golden feathers or saber fangs. Great. Alternately, you could give us a lot of dexterity instead, with just a little bit of defense on top. And to make sure we won't get hurt, you can give us some of that frost armor Scully says he wants to try out someday. Sure thing. We got enough frozen pine cones left for that. I don't think Jade and Tia can make a decision without bloodshed, so could you help us out? Of course. I know just what to do. Alright. So... let's see. Big defense with a little bit of evasion. Or big speed with a little bit of, frost resistance. I feel like Jade makes a good point about the speed. But at the same time, I don't want one of them to just, like, I don't know, get punched through the chest. Because they have no defense. Like, the speed is a good call, but... yeah... Clay said defense with frost? Yeah, I mean, we have some defense, and then frost defense as well with this one. Like, the only thing I'm worried about is... So... this is haste. So it's like kind of flipped. Like the defensive option has an infusion that gives you speed, and the fast option has an infusion that gives you defense, which is interesting. But it could be useful to have a resistance to frost for the fast option, because then you can't be slowed down. Let's look at this infusion again, Saberfang. Yep, great for reaching long distance locations and escaping every fight unharmed. I'm gonna go with the defensive one, I think. Sorry, Jade. Sorry, Jade. I think I want to go with the defensive one. Ultimate solution when it comes to protection against anything, whether physical or magical. A bit cold, but nothing a blanket can't fix. Oh, wait. Yeah, so that gives you super high defense anyway. The ultimate solution when it comes to protection against anything. You know what? We're gonna go with this one. This one has haste, so we'd be able to get there faster, but this one provides more defense. So we're gonna go Frozen Pinecone, I think. Because the other option is the Saberfang, which gives you health, which we've never used before. Actually, I wouldn't be able to use that one anyway. I would have to use the feather. Okay. We're gonna go for big speed. So as far as that goes, does this work? Last Whisper? I would like to make this one because it looks cool. Alright, so we need big frost defense, so Frozen Pine Cones, which is minus speed plus attack and defense. So I just need to put some intelligence in, and then a bunch of speed. There we go. Yay, and the Last Whisper looks so cool. Look at it. Never go wrong with dexterity. Plus you'll be able to show off your cool frost armor when his blade shatters against it, or whatever. You'd make the right choice, Innkeeper. There's no right choice, Jade. You both wanted the same thing in different proportions. Yeah, it's true. And you chose the cooler one. Or the more reckless one. Wait outside. Catch up with me when you're ready to admit I was right. Alright, Clay. Let's go. Let's hope it's not Clay's Last Whisper. Ah, Clay! I hate when you do that face! Clay? You should... Are you okay? No, I don't think so. Aren't you scared? Of what? All of this. The fate of the world is a very heavy weight to bear, don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can't stop it? What if I can't protect you and the others and the world and the ferrets? Clay, stop, please. For a moment, just stop. I know this is scary. Truth be told, I'm scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. I've always been told I'm meant to save people, and if I can't, what's the point of me, you know? You are the point. I'm glad you exist, even if you don't save anyone. You're not some mythical savior, you're my friend. Oh, Clay is the most wholesome. You are mine, and I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. You taught me how to value myself as a person despite all the weight on my shoulders. I wish you would do the same for yourself. Yeah, taking your own advice is hard. I promise you, together we will get through this. And we will save each other and our friends and the world and all the ferrets. And the innkeeper while we're at it. Thank you. I appreciate being included. Fear is a powerful motivator. Use it. No, you're enough, Clay. You're enough. You don't have to worry that you're not. You too, Tia. Don't think I'm excluding you. I wouldn't dream of it. Having you two believe in me is all the strength I need. We still hold hands on the way there, so it's a little less scary. Oh, of course. Oh. Remember, you can never lose me. Your bracelet will always tell you where I am. And if you get lost somehow, despite your impeccable sense of orientation, mine will help me find you too. You just get lost looking. Maybe I'd have to ask Jade for help. I'd do that for you. Thank you, Tia. You're a great best friend. Oh. So are you. Alright then, best bud. Let's do this together. Oh! I love that the himbo got paired with the super serious one, and now they're just ride or die friends. This is great. I don't like this build up though. I feel like it's building up a lot of really wholesome things, and someone's gonna be brought back as a corpse. I don't know, I'm scared. I feel like that's something the game would pull out. Like, oh, okay, your choice on what potion you gave actually killed somebody. Best of luck. We won't need it. Oh, Clay. Clay, please don't say that. He cares as much about the people around him as he does about the animals he meets. He knows his own strength and how helpful his abilities are, but it also puts immense pressure on him. He wants to protect everyone, but even a half-giant can only do so much. Still, it's good to see him believing in himself. Alright, Clay, bye-bye. Hey, Grace, what'd you find? Must have made them some really good drinks, Innkeeper. I've never seen Clay that determined. Tried my best. I have to say, Grace, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hex to see the ever-burning flame. Oh yeah, and Melly can't go! She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks they might help us solve all this. I think what might help me right now is a drink. Something that'll get my thoughts flowing gracefully despite all the mess. Give me a moment. God, don't you wish you could just go to the bar, get yourself a potion that just sorts your thoughts for you? Damn. Must be nice. Must be nice. Especially since it's free, all I gotta do is tell bartender a story. Delicious thought detangler just for you. I don't think I've ever tasted detangler as delicious as this. Tasted detangler? Melly, would you like a drink as well? No, thank you. I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. I think if any more magic enters my system, I'm going to eat the sun. On to another topic then. I heard you formed a research team? We did. Obviously, Grace and I are the leaders, but we also recruited Scully and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work. What a great excuse to help. She insists we don't call it helping. Of course she does. Rufus is helping us too. His voice is so soft it calms everyone down. I wish Dave would join us too. I guess he's busy fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'd come back soon, so... And he'd better keep that promise. What are you looking into anyway? Melly mentioned spells? Are those the one Hex found in the tower? Yes, those ones exactly. He stayed up all night decoding their formulas, but... As soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So I picked them up. He only managed to save 2 in between all the chaos they caused, but 2 very interesting ones. Care to educate me? Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Soul binding? Hex brought home a glass case with a glowing floating scroll inside. After we got it out and removed all the protective runes, he was pretty disappointed. Riddle-locked case and protective runes seem like someone doesn't want it to be used. Pretty sure I know why. Describes pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them to objects. Completely volatile magic and dangerous, I assume. It's been a little hard to translate. Trying to figure out any side effects it may have, so I can convince Hex not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced. Sounds difficult, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. What about the other scroll? The other scroll. One of the scrolls you've found holds a powerful teleportation spell. Now, I fancy myself quite equipped at conjuration magic, but Hex finds it boring. He picked the scroll up because he assumed the golden runes meant it was special. He was right, but I guess it didn't have enough fire for him. More special than the soul-binding scroll? No, but still special enough. I think if cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in Asteria with incredible accuracy. Even to protected places and other planes, but... I'm trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their body. Do you think it'd kill the caster? Almost certainly so. It still has a lot of promise, maybe I can modify it. Best of luck. Thank you. I don't like the idea that one of you might die trying to cast a spell. So the only person we haven't gotten the third one for is Una and Dave at this point. That is it. Grace is probably Voyage's biggest fan. From time to time she argues with her brother because to her he seems very controlling, even though she's more than capable of casting protective spells. But now she has her hands on 2 very powerful yet dangerous spells and is determined to figure out how to use them. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. First, we need to finish this research, just because we need to figure it out what to do if... It's nice to have something to do is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's Everbloom stories. Trying to figure out how we can reverse the sigils, that'd be neat. Maybe you can duct tape them back together? I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made this whole board where I can collect and connect all our clues. Specifically, I've been looking into who exactly that necromancer guy could be. Clay said he noticed some flowers on his armor, and I thought that might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist, or they're zombie flowers. Or he wants to destroy all the flowers. Need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is, and then we can figure out his weaknesses. Not that we'll need them, because Dave and the others will... What did he say? Kick his abs? But looking into it makes me... Yeah, no, that's what he said. Calmer? Yes. They'll be alright, right, Innkeeper? Zombies aren't going to eat them like they ate my parents. They won't. They'll all protect each other. They'll come back for you. I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand. What were they like? Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. They were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much. Well, I can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Dave, Carolyn, and Fable come back? Aww. That'd be nice. I feel a lot safer with them around, you know, like I'm home again. You are home. I think so too. But enough dramatic backstory, I'm turning into Dave. Just less repressed and gay for Fable. Oh god. I just did not expect that from Melly. Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on our research tomorrow. Innkeeper, but first... We're going to get a lot of ice cream. Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Save some for me. We'll try. The call out. Oh hey, I haven't seen you in a bit. Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. Feared you went home without saying goodbye. I wouldn't do that, my friend. Did end up finding those golden loon feathers quickly with a little help from Voyage. But with everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. Sounds just like you. How are things with you, though? Don't need to say much for me to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Is there something I can do for you? What's there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything's in limbo. Dancing over the edge of a blade. One wrong move and it's over? Something like that. Don't like the sound of that. Would it help if I ask you for a drink? Maybe. And what always helps me when I'm feeling down? What? Good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. Here. After all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Thank you. It's very kind of you. I got hot chocolate! Perfect for the cold nights of the winter solstice or days when your heart just needs a little warming up. Quincy's hot chocolate will have your spirits reinvigorated in no time. This hot cocoa with a dash of cinnamon quickly returns the feeling back into your chilled bones and maybe it will make you feel a little less alone. Now, come on, make me a drink. This one or another one, whatever you'd like. Whatever I'd like? Huh. No, I'm gonna make you the hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the problem is I need something that that gets me the rest of those things. Let's see, I need one of that. If there's anything that's mine as attack, that would be useful. There we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I can pour out one of those. And it was... Shit, which one was it? This one. Okay, you're gonna get some of this in your hot chocolate. Beautiful. Now, we just need to add a charisma. And an intelligence. Hot chocolate. With lotus flower included. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Oh, you've replicated it perfectly. My hands and heart are warm. Want to sip yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. May this drink be warmer than the currents of these times. It certainly is. Thank you, Innkeep. Of course. So, how are you? Well, I'm just numb. Neither worried nor elated, I'm just avoiding thinking about it at all costs. Yeah, no. Even when I think about it, I can't quite reach the feelings I know are supposed to be there. It's like I'm stuck floating in some glass case, watching the stars fall around me. No matter how hard I try, I can't reach out to touch them. And I can't figure out whether I want to touch them, I mean. It certainly seems to scare you. Worrying about the world and the other people, it's been a while. I didn't think I'd care again. I didn't want to, but... Oh. What had just happened? Yeah, just like that, without my consent, I might add. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes what it wants is friendship. I can see how that's a scary feeling. So many things are on the line now, perhaps more than you bargained for. It was easier when I just looked away. Would you rather look away than help your patrons, your friends? No. But now I have to face the fear of losing them. Yeah, I mean that's the part that comes with it. Funny. Funny? Didn't you swear to me you were done fearing death? That you had nothing left to lose? Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to others, I guess. I'll keep my I told you so to myself. I just feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle and there's no way out that doesn't tear me apart. Would it help you to know we've all felt like that at some point in our lives? Not really, no. Let me leave you with this instead. Love may come at the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss always comes with the reward of love. Yeah? No, that is true. You can't lose something without having loved it. And so you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. Those are the moments that matter, the moments that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed circle anytime. Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think it's what you deserve. I forgot how good you are at giving advice. Makes me a bit envious. We'll get there eventually. Hope so. Thanks for checking in, I think I needed that. Of course, please don't stop reaching out. The safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. Yeah, no. That's true. Yeah, our Innkeeper's past has been hinted at a few times. And we've lived for a really long time. Try to remember that. Better. Now, I heard the night market's close by and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so... don't let me hold you back. Till next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. Why don't I get a catchphrase? Oh well, guess it comes with age. Maybe next millennium. Ooh. Who in the... Who are you? Wait, flowers! Flowers on armor! This is you! This is you! Yeah, we definitely had some connections to dragons because we had mentioned, like, when they mentioned one of the dragons, said, like, oh, why are they doing this? This isn't like them, or something like that. Hello. Greetings, traveler. Oh, shit. It's the person from the note! It's the person from the note! That was sent to me! The letter! Nice armor. Is it new? No. Doesn't it seem familiar? Flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? I couldn't read it in time? I don't remember what it said at this point, and I don't think there's a way for me to reread it. Unfortunately. But it was basically saying, like, oh, I'm coming to a thing to meet you or whatever. You should... Oh, you meant the Chivo. It said, meet an old friend. So that's why I was like, it's the person from the note. You know, I imagine this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. But I thought you'd be long gone by now. After all, you like running, don't you? I like it here. Though, your visit is making me considering moving soon. Not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually the past will catch up to you. Figured. What brings you here, really, Quasar? You know, this and that. I paid Marrow Castle a visit. It's quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing, trespassing. You broke in? Yeah, I mean, we know. So yeah, this is definitely the character that they saw at the castle. So this is the knight in the flowers on the armor. Wouldn't phrase it like that. Burglary is indeed impolite. I was persistent in my approach. Politely, I knocked on the door. Fortunately, vampires these days have no hospitality. The lady of the house greeted me with a snarl and slammed the door in my face. Not like that stopped me, but I found it quite rude. So, you did break in? Obviously, as a last resort. There was something I needed more than manners. As expected, she wouldn't give up her precious relic freely. So you killed her? I would've, but no, the rat escaped. In the blink of an eye, she dissolved into mist. I always considered that to be a vampire's most annoying skill. But at least I got what I wanted. What would that be? Curious as ever, aren't you? That's why I made it my job. Oh. I just realized this is like a like remix of the main theme. It's just like sadder and more ominous. What? Being nosy? Something like that. Get to hear a lot of things every day. People like to talk. Manipulate your patrons into telling you their darkest secrets. I don't manipulate, I listen. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have that you, a Quasar Duskbringer, would want? Just a little blood. Ingredients for the execution of a grand design. Grand design? We were never ones to make big plans. Speak for yourself. Maybe times changed you. Oddly enough, you still look the same. Had to make sure you'd recognize me after all. How could I ever forget you? Seems it was pretty easy for you to move on. It wasn't. Yet you're hiding. You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind a counter in a shabby tavern. Is that why you're here? To throw your accusations around? No. I guess I wanted one last chat now that everything's come to an end. So, I believe the other thing that the note said is that we were in a relationship with this person as well. I believe that was the case, and we left them, because I remember seeing the note and being like, oh, apparently Bartender did have someone at one point. So, yeah. I'm curious about how this old friend of mine is doing. So how are you doing, friend? Full of hope for a better tomorrow. Me too. Just afraid that we're hoping for different dawns. We might be. How are you doing? Do you even want to know? It's my job. My tavern's open to everyone. Your protective spells beg to differ. They let you through, didn't they? So, how about a drink? And you tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure. Let's see if you still know me well enough. And if you remember what I taught you. Of course I do. Oh! Andu's scared! Did you see that? Andu's scared! Andu's like crying! Andu, no! Oh no, the shiver! Andu, it's okay! Okay. I think things are gonna be moving along the stream. Andu's not even telling me what I made. Andu is so scared they can't even hold up the sign being like, oh, you made a spoken heart. Oh. How about this? Sweet and chatty. Not bad. Almost tastes like back in the day. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. I assumed you're as good at abandoning memories as you are at abandoning people. Ouch. Seems like people are right about one thing, though. That would be, your drinks can influence fate. They can't save people, but they can push them in a direction after their destiny. Alter their destiny. Wouldn't go that far. Simply do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavor? As I said, I serve everyone in this tavern. How noble. How awfully, morally gray. How opportunistic. It's like nothing's changed. I like it that way. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what little entropy would do. I help. You help, sure. You always liked to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. I hope all your helping has aided you in forgetting them. I didn't forget them. Oh, is that so? I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. I was alone. And by the end of it, when nothing was left, there was just one question. How could the one person I trusted my life turn on me like that? How dare he leave me with nothing but the stars staring at them alone? Wondering whether the blood would ever wash off. And how, by the dragons and their false light, is all you've done with your freedom, this dastardly achieved freedom, this. There's still blood on our hands. It took me way too long to realize that I didn't have to give up, that I'm not like you. And it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. They're gone. Not for much longer. Soon the star rain and the flood that washed away our yesterday will open gates to a new tomorrow. A new horizon unhaunted by still ghosts. Quasar? Innkeeper? Why would you do something like this? Don't we owe it to them? The you I knew would have agreed. The me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless, but some decisions aren't easy. Decisions are quite easy if you've set your mind to it. Say I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the stars to rain upon Gaia. An ambitious task. I could decide not to and abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity. Or scared of the consequences, but no, instead I chose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up, I succeed. Truly is that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take. Everyone was dead. I wasn't. Didn't we promise to always stand by each other's side, to never be alone again? We did. Didn't they deserve the same? They did. And why are you here and they aren't? I don't know. Me neither. What did we mean to you? Nothing. We meant nothing to you. The home we built had meant so little. It's not true. Do you still ponder about the meaning of life, watching the stars? No, there aren't any anymore. It's better that way. Means there's no risk of getting caught up in trivial things. Getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain. Oh, you're gonna do that thing? Are you doing that thing that the nihilists do? Where they're like, I've suffered and I've been through trauma, so I'm just gonna like totally erase the world so no one ever has to go through trauma again? Because apparently not living is better than having to deal with that? I think it's one of those. Hot necromancer, but abusive psychotic fuck vibes? Yeah. Like that. So naive. So stupid. It was bound to break. I knew you'd say that. I've seen through the charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Look at the stars now as they lie at our feet, a declaration of your failure, an elegy to your cowardice, and a demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve. Even your little replacements. Soon they'll be no more than but a fading memory on the horizon. Feels familiar, doesn't it? They're alive. They can be saved. They are alive indeed. What you should ask yourself is for how much longer, and if the time comes, will you run again? No. But you sent them to their deaths, did you not? I sent them to stop you. I'm aware. Which reminds me, I'll have to leave soon before your little pawns interferes with my threads of fate. Gertrude, come on, it's time to go home. Huh? Oh my god, you're the one with the... That was your jackdaw? Interesting. Care to explain? Were you doing an Odin spying with ravens on me? Sent you a little companion so you wouldn't be so alone, but I need her back now. You know I value my privacy. And I value the perfect execution of my plans. So thank you for collecting so much information for me. You don't have to do this. I don't, but I will. Anyway, I got somewhere to be. Speaking of which, my invitation, the offer still stands. Join me and watch as I repair what you destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. My place is here. What a pity. Almost pains me to see you haven't changed one bit. I moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward. It's not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Or not. There's my last entry! Oh. I wish he wouldn't have come, is all it says. Arcana's the devil, chaotic evil. Your background is the Magocracy. You're a paladin. There's our final character. I'm not enthused about what is happening right now. We just sent 5 of our friends to apparently just, like, try and fight someone who is absolutely going to destroy them. And I have fears. I have fears right now. And I will share my fears in but a moment. So, we have entries, the 3rd entry for every single character in this list now, except for Una, who we might get right now when we're talking to them. The only other character that we don't have a 3rd entry for is currently gone on a quest, and that's Dave. So, I'm guessing we get Dave's 3rd one once they come back. Now, if that means they come back and they have Fable, and that's the 3rd entry, good. If it means Dave did not survive, that's not good. Good morning, Innkeeper. Good morning. How's your research going? Well, we did a lot of it. Sounds good. Yes. I can smell the breakthrough right around the corner. Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. No notes being taken here, none. Archie, I told you already. I might be the best detective in Phasia, and this might be the meeting of a lifetime, but the investigation has to come first. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? I mean, it won't, obviously, because our friends are super strong and awesome, and we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up. Sorry, seems like I can't help but gather material even now. You're a very impressive detective, and it is unfortunate because now that we know all of this, like, I don't know if we're, like, bound by an oath or something, but we could have told them we knew who was doing this. Like, we could have told them we know who this is how powerful they are, things like that. And I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my books. Is what I think it is, Detective Melina. Afraid it is. Excuse me? It's a severe case of the nerves. Quick, Innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does the patient agree with their prescription? Really, it's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps a cure that'll boost my toughness is just what I need. On it, patient 0. Not excited. about where this is going. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2. Yeah, 3 missing drinks. I'm imagining we might be getting some today, possibly? May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges. This is excellent. I could write a novella about the superb taste alone. Really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. Suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay... Repay Rishmay. You shouldn't just bury your worries silently. Would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. Thought my knowledge of tales and myths could serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. But I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. Sounds exciting. Might have been, if I had managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Excalibur is nothing but a legend. The Lance of Lawignes might be real, but it proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the sword Balmer. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. We wouldn't know that there were any other weapons if you hadn't looked. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else. Like my investigation. Oh? Like I mentioned the other day, I really want to look in who this weird bad guy really is. With a plan like his, he can't just be some random nobody. This plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache-twirlingly malicious. I bet he has a mustache. Yeah, Innkeeper. Yeah, Innkeeper. Ellipses harder. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like... Oh... like a lover? Like an old wound? Yeah? Yeah, like a lover? Exactly. Once we know their identity, we can find them and... Wait, no, I don't condone kidnapping. Maybe we could just tell them about the evil stuff this guy's doing. They could give him a really long lecture. Well, this is awkward. Ooh, that's awkward. Okay, maybe that isn't the best idea. Still, Carolyn always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy's like a ghost. No one has seen hide nor hair of him before all this started. And here I thought armor like that would make him super recognizable with the flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean, the ones Clay was able to identify. They were petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. So that told me absolutely nothing, beside that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world. Duh. Then I got an idea. What about other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands. No one really seemed to fit, though. I was really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all that stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile, and yes! If the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't be a coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back then must have faked their death, and rebranded themselves as the mustache-twirling, green-armored bad guy that we're facing now. Shouldn't he be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't add up, okay? Sorry, Archie, this isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing! Yes, I'll write that down. Good. Shit! Oh my god, Melly! Can't believe we couldn't find anything. Who taught you that word, Melly? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh well. What are you planning on doing now? We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet. So we brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't a library be better for this? Well, maybe, but there wouldn't be enough space to set up a conspiracy board. You brought the board here? Yep. Thanks for letting us up here. Okay, I'll be in the back. Bye! Have fun. I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper. So, I'm the necromancer that left when we did the thing with the first one. I'm guessing? Well, don't you look chipper. Good to see you too, Una. You can spare me the pleasantries. Long day? I was just never really into all this research mumbo-jumbo. Surprised when I heard you volunteer for the research group. Huh, your info gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. That just shows the activity is the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? Before you get another word out of me, though, I'll need something to get my energy back. The whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. And they bring your strength back, got it. Okay. 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 What do we want? This is probably just gonna be a, not a cursed coffee. Southern Brawler? Yeah. This is the one Carolyn always gets. Beautiful. Here, for all that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing. Like I could crochet gloves for an entire army with this. You got some more adventurers stashed away in those back rooms of yours? Some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part. Any news on that front? Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is a key part of the job. Looking like a good little innkeep. Yeah, they mentioned her prosthetic was a crochet hook one of the times. Because it's in the notes in her file, too. As for their research, I mean, it's surprises there, to be honest. The damage that's breaking the sigils did is pretty much irreversible, as expected. Teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And by good chance, I mean like 70%. What kind of backfiring are you talking about? Like killing you? Like killing you instantly. Exactly. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? Taking it in stride, or they're just too stubborn to give up, I'm not sure. Sounds like them. What about you? Me? Oh, this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. These kinds of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while in this business. Lived my life, I've made my choices, now I'm just doing what I want either way. The end of my days comes knocking and I'm on my porch crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch. You're here, looking after the people trying to avert that doomsday scenario. Ugh, can't believe I had to hear that from you. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Could offer you another drink to wash it down. Oh, thanks. Fortunately, you got a point. I guess I got swept up on all this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Caring. Not like I need to elaborate, preaching to the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Heh, sure, whatever. Let me ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all this is over? You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? Oh, way in her. Leave you to contemplate that, I guess. Yeah, this is interesting, because you actually know the past me, along with a few other characters. For someone who initially didn't care about saving the world, she's actually quite involved now. Even though she denies that she cares or that these doomsday scenarios scare her, seeing her actual emotions begin to shine through really makes me happy. I bet her autobiography will be an absolute page-turner. Are Melly and Archie here? In the back. I'll go see if the youngins need some company. Okay. Who can possibly come to see me now? Mermaid friend? Or... Greetings. I mean, good mythical afternoon, adventurers. So, they haven't left yet, I don't think. They had to go get Baya and Hex. Good afternoon, innkeeper. Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? Seems wet? Sorry about that, we didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. Floorboards should be able to endure it just this once. Okay, if you want to leave now, Baya, we all made it back safe. Okay. But please keep the blankets. I could make some soup. Should go for now. Thanks, Baya. Where are you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. See. Bye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. Stay safe, Baya. Spit it out already. Been chewing on this ever since we escaped from that mountain. Just... I feel bad, alright? So... that doesn't sound too good. Isn't that pretty obvious? Right. More importantly, have the others come back yet, Innkeep? They haven't. It's a waiting game, then. Great. My favorite. Alright, Innkeep, this is where you come in with a drink. We're going to explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue fellow. Which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but... maybe protection from disappointment, that might do. Certainly. Uh-oh, so it did not go well, their quests. Okay. So you want a frosted lagoon. That's, not ideal, let's say. I mean, at least everyone's okay? Hope your disappointment will just be a distant memory after this drink. Thanks. Takes the edge off. I didn't realize my shoulders are so tense this entire time. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine for now. Count me in, Innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it, but perhaps understanding where we failed wouldn't be a bad idea. See what I can do. So you just want a sparkling nebula? I'm sure. I think this is what you usually get, so... this might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42! What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. This is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really fucked. Was it that bad? You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't just be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something else out by now. You probably already have some quests in store for us for playing CD and X? Sorry, Hex. Archie and Melly couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Come on, Innkeeper, stop joking around. 42 is the meaning of life in the universe and everything from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Ah, I see. Yeah, that is not a reference I would have gotten. I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. What are we even doing here? What? The Innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting time here? You haven't noticed the world might be ending soon, we failed to create the world-saving weapon, and now we're here to what? Have a nice chat? Oi, you're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. Maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. Hex. Sit your arse down. Oh, you can say arse! We can say arse, we just can't say ass. And no time to lose your cool. We're just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach the end first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It'd be foolish to go running around without a plan. So, are we cool? Yeah, we're cool. Good. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story and keep looking forward to getting some context. Alright. In our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hex. Said goodbye to Kyle, he cried, then he left for Marrow Castle. And after Karen Baya picked us up, he stepped out of a tree right next to us. I was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently she's pen pals with the Yeti, and she'd never gotten the opportunity to visit. And then whoosh! Whoosh? Yeah. 1 minute we're surrounded by nice and lush woods, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Journey to the Highlands was so fast it's barely noteworthy. It was impressive! I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic, but I suppose such a feat of conjuration was pretty cool, even though nothing blew up. And then you had to keep blabbing Abaya about it until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. The view was great, we were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village Clay told us about, no one could point us toward the temple. It looked like she was ready to throw people around if they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear that no one knew anything. Even though we still had no idea where to go, we left the village. That's when Baya let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kind of like this. Oh, okay, that was a noise. Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. Hey, Millie. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Linny. Good to see you, Millie. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Whoopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. Well, you don't want to be the next boy you cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll get back to the board then. So Violet let out a scream. We had no idea why she did, but before she could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. It's hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Kara almost tore into it as soon as it was close. It's the Yeti! Before we knew it, Violet rushed forward. Almost attacked by his pen pal. He actually met the abominable Yeti? Really nice fellow. Also pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. When they did, I noticed their well-crafted ring made of something like opal. Couldn't help but ask them about it. Turns out they got it from the temple. They really got that Yeti talking. We learned a bunch about the temple's jewelry-making business. And about how anyone approaching the stronghold unannounced to be seen as an enemy, which is a horrible way to run a business. And they explained that only a select group of trusted people are allowed on the premises. Didn't want to help us get in, though. Something about getting their jewelry buying rights revoked. But at last we knew the way, and soon, with that invisibility finally kicking in, we saw it before us. Lo and behold, the Temple of Ur, where the flame of the Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The track up there was brutal. With so much walking, I thought my feet were going to fall off. Wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all that sparkling snow. It's easy for you to say, you just vaulted over all that rubble. Guess we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course, a gigantic wet slab of stone in weathered condition. There's one thing I know about this sort of thing, it's that gates like these are super inconvenient. Good thing we didn't want to waltz in through the main gate anyways. No, with the invisibility effect from your drink still active, we started to check for any other points of entry. There was so much rubble, we figured there must have been somewhere for us to slip through. Well, there wasn't. And I was already starting to feel this itch of invisibility wearing off. We were running out of time. Come on. Tell the innkeep what you decided to do next. Did you blow it up? We might have tried to scale the temple walls. We made it close to the top. But then the stone started to crumble underneath our hands. X was the first to fall, but it didn't take long for us to follow. Well, it's good to fall with a wizard that can cast a spell to slow our descent rather than break our necks. Here, I thought you guys just wanted a big group hug. If you want more group hugs, maybe cast that spell earlier than 5 feet before hitting the ground. Well, sure, I'll try to practice spellcasting while following at terminal velocity more for next time. Well, you did manage it before we turned into a big puddle of adventurous soup. Only we'd managed to land literally anywhere else. I didn't even know creatures that big lived out there. Aye, me neither. Right next to us, there was where what we had thought was a snow-covered mountain was an eye as big as Kara opened. The guardian of the temple. Slowly lifted its massive head, and we realized that mountain path we'd been walking on earlier. There was no path but the body of the... Ooh. Weavray? Snake body slowly unfurled from around the temple. While shaking the snow off itself, it revealed its pure white iridescent scales. For a few moments it just stared us down. Gigantic opal embedded between its eyes shone with every color imaginable. But I wouldn't have given to work an opal of such fine quality. There you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. I've never heard this before. Unfurled its wings from where they had been tucked against its body and rose into the air. Let me see if I can get a pronunciation. Okay. Givra. A Givra. Apparently, is what that one source I looked at said. An attack position. It struck with such speed that we only avoided it thanks to Kara's quick reflexes when she pushed us into the snow. All I could think about was that I didn't want to fight it. When I was getting back into position for another strike, I screamed our intentions out. Couldn't imagine the Dragon's Guardian would be indifferent to our objective. Didn't seem to care much about it, though. It's related to Wyvern? This just said it was a snake with wings, basically. But I guess I've heard people refer to a dragon as a snake with wings before, too, so... Or it didn't hear us. I didn't want to give up. We had to communicate with it in a way that it couldn't ignore. So we choreographed an expressionist dance. No. Not really. That would have been a lot funnier. In any case, instead of trying to fight it, I told the others to get moving and get our message across by writing in large letters in the snow. Even tried to stomp out letters while ever tried to stomp out letters while a giant reptile is attacking the innkeeper? Heck of a core workout. I think I developed muscles where no muscle should ever develop. Zhao, you might become the first wizard to complete a push-up. Did it work? The push-up? No, the writing in the snow thing. Wasn't sure at first, but when the attack stopped, I saw it looking intently at what we had written. Then it launched itself in our direction again, but instead of trying to attack us, it dove into the snow. The ground beneath us started shaking until all of us were suddenly lifted on top of its head. Thought we were ascending Twat's realm for a second, not gonna lie. But instead we were just lifted higher and higher into the air, towards the temple. Soon we could see a tower emerging from the temple grounds. The Guardian must have understood us after all, because it was taking us to the only place I could have imagined the flame to be. Soon we were close enough for us to jump down from the Guardian, and then I saw the altar. What'd you see? That's the thing. We saw nothing. The fire wasn't there. Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flame should have rested. We were so foolish. Clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. All the rubble, the poor state of the building. So this isn't anything I did. This was bound to fail no matter what. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the Highlands. I should have known that an eternal flame was too good to be true. Not even the dragons might have made it last forever. It was all such a waste of time. Imagine our shock at what we saw, Innkeeper. Realization slowly began to settle in. There'd be no way of forging that weapon. Not that no wailed against the necromancer. Out there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priests hadn't reached us yet. There was just the sound of the wind. And the crushing disappointment we were all feeling. Guardian didn't need to say a word, I understood it either way. Whatever emotions we were feeling, they couldn't compare to the grief in the Guardian's eyes. Actually, we were joined by some priests who confirmed what we had already surmised. They lost their main object of worship in the day of the flood. At least our disappointment was somewhat softened by the warm meal the priests offered us. I think they felt bad for us. It's humanity and shared grief. Hey, we're pretty interested in that sword of yours as well. Considering everything we learned in the past few days, the minor divinity of it feels hardly noteworthy. Cherish it nonetheless. Maybe I'm also just glad that it will remain a memento of my grandma. It was stupid to think I could try to rival her feats. I didn't expect you to talk to those priests for so long. Never seen you so forthcoming before, Rhea. And exactly every day you see that kind of smith and mastery on display. The jewelry those priests were decked out in was a wonder to behold. Straight dripping. No. Please don't. Hey, you don't complain when Iniko says it. Level of craftsmanship's to be expected of Ur's people, I guess. They're really generous as well, practically forced those opals on you. And that blueprint. Misunderstanding that one, Care. That was for ye. It's a sword blueprint that's been passed down since the conception of that temple. Form worthy of the dragon's might, as they put it. Then they wasted it. I know you won't hear it now, but if you ever feel different, it'd be an honor to forge it for you. We eventually got ready to head back. I was worried about the lack of trees around us, but Bio seemed unbothered. We headed out to the courtyard where slowly but surely she grew a whole tree. Its branches were stark white and covered in gleaming leaves. I asked her afterwards what kind of dream it was, but she just replied that it was a dream of the soil. Oh, that meant. Grace looked very touched by its appearance, but we needed to be on our way, so into the tree we went. We stopped by Bio's and then headed over here. That's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oh, quit your yapping. You're going on and on about this all the way over here too. It's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems, great for your stupid competition. Some of us were a wee put off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? Problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. Uh-oh. Earthquake? I mean, floods and earthquakes. Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. Yeah. What about Mel and the others? I need to... I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told our story, there's no other reason for me to stick around. This might not be the case for you guys, but I have people I actually care about that I need to check on. Bye, Hex. It's getting late. There's always a room for you upstairs if you get tired, Carolyn. It's fine. I'll keep you company. It must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Last Dawn? Oh, God. Oh, Clay is pissed. I've never seen Clay with this expression. Oh, and you're sad. I'm guessing your quest failed too? Welcome back. Keep it. Okay. Where are the others? Where are the others? Oh, he's outside with Una. Just trying to calm him down. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. Did he have a panic attack? I hope Tia isn't giving him too hard of a time about it. Oh no! That's why Clay's so pissed! She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Gone. She's gone. She left? No. She's dead. Oh God, no! They had such a wholesome scene together! They would not be joking about this. Tia can't be dead. You're right. She's way too stubborn to die. Well, she did. I'm sorry, that's... awful? Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No, we got away just in time. That's... good. What about Fable? Did you see them there in the chasm, maybe? No, we didn't find them. Though. What? Found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there, they just didn't... come back. I hope they're okay. Maybe with a drink they would have been okay. Oh, no! Oh, God. That cuts. I tried to give them a drink. What do you mean? You didn't make him a drinking keep? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them? I had hoped it would stop them from going. I don't think it ever stopped Fable from helping people, you idiot. I realize that now. I should thank the dragons I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regret it well enough, don't you worry. You better, if anything happened to them. Things are not coming up bartender right now. We are having a bad time. They end up like Alithia. I know. Me too. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Don't call her that. What? An it. Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it. Alright, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her, that's what happened. We didn't do that. Sure, abandon the world, our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run, of course you wouldn't choose anything else. I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. So did she. Okay, how about a drink for calming all those nerves? No. Time and place. I'll take one. Need to tell you what happened after all, even though I rather wouldn't. Got anything to make that easier? Running out of secrets, though. Don't worry, there's no need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. Maybe I can get you something to make the words flow easier. Yikes! Not going well, I would say. Not going well at all. My big happy crew is not happy anymore. Here. Thanks for this little taste of normalcy. So I don't really know what to ask. Did you stop him? No. Oh. Fuck. He was faster than us somehow. Melly and Baya drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived we found a note stapled to a tree. Read, if you value your lives, go home. He knew you were coming. Apparently. Jade and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options, and he knew they were coming because of me, because of the stupid bird that was in here. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... calling it the realm of nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Voy. And Tia's light. And Tia's light. We ran into the necromancer on his way back. Didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked... unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe we would have stood a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. Thought maybe they'd be a good distraction for him too, but the necromancer called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Boy said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him, and we were up against a necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. We thought we were well protected. The frost armor, it helped at first. Kept the creature's sharp claws at bay, but whenever the necromancer got close to us, he'd cast some sort of modified fire spell first thing. Melted our armor, and most of our defenses. Oh! I mean... I don't think the haste would have helped, honestly, my other route. I don't know if that would have done much. Because... like, it said he beat you there. He was talking to me in the tavern after you guys already left, so I don't think you were beating him there. There's no winning, he knew, yeah. At least we were fast enough to avoid most of the attacks thrown at us. Guess I was right about the speed. Doesn't feel that good, though, without Tia here to hear my I told you so. The fire must have been difficult for you, Dave. It was. I managed not to get caught in it. Until we were pushed to the edge of the Twilight Chasm back to the portal we had entered from. That's where he was heading too. Back towards Gaia. The others had already been pushed out by the nightmare creatures, but I was still in his way. When his fire magic hit me in the chest and I stumbled backwards, falling onto the jagged ground, I froze. I wish I hadn't, but fear took hold of me and I couldn't move. I lay there, charred, bleeding, terrified, and he just looked at me. I thought, this is it. It's over. I'm going to abandon Melly after all. And then after what felt like an eternity, he just walked away through the portal and left me there. Alive. I scrambled after him, of course, after I regained my senses. I don't know why he spared me. Maybe he briefly remembered he was a bastard. He has a... Oh, fucking heart. Okay. Maybe. Doesn't matter, I guess. When I charged back into the fight, it looked even worse than it had moments ago. Every time a monster went down, he just brought them back up. We couldn't break through, couldn't even get close to him until... Clay cut down 4 of them at once, and Tia was quick enough to take advantage of the opening. Suddenly she was face to face with the necromancer, fighting him one-on-one. Right in the middle of the moon pools under Cassiopeia's light. It's true, you know. You can see all 7 moons reflected in their clear waters at once. It would have looked beautiful if it hadn't been for all the blood. I tried to get to her and help, but I kept getting swarmed. His blood is gold. Did you know that? No. And I wish I didn't know. Yeah, me too. Spare you all the details. She fell and he struck her again and again until she stayed down. And then... he brought her back. Her body, that is. Oh no, that's so much worse. Artia wasn't in there anymore. She would never have fought Clay willingly. I was trying to get to him, but she just wasn't letting me through. And I couldn't hurt her, she's my best friend. Kept trying to fight, kept trying to channel her anger into victory against him. I couldn't stop thinking about who was going to end up with empty eyes next. When I heard Clay scream after Tia cut through his shoulder, I had to do something. So I yelled out for all of us to run. Voy used his hagwim to push back some of the undead creatures, giving us a path to escape, and I tried to pull Clay away from Tia, away from his death. He's much stronger than me, though. So I called out the Jade for help. For the record, I think we're cowards for leaving, but Tia would have beaten my ass if I had let Clay die. It was the right decision. You decided to save each other. Tia would have been proud of you. I don't know about that, but at least we're alive. At least you're alive. Jade helped me pull Clay away from the fight and we ran. We ran and we ran until Void collapsed, and when he got back up, we made our way to the tavern. Who died? Who did I kill? I didn't kill anybody! Well, my bartender, this character is gone. This character is gone. And now we're here. I'm glad you all made it back, but I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her! Dragons are neutral. The dragons are fuckers! Clay. Sure are. The real fucker is the madman who killed her. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now we can use her to navigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that. She would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can't get her back, at least we have to bring her here to give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. If we had stayed, we might. But we didn't. Thanks to you. Ooh, Clay is not taking this well. But it is what it is, right? You say we can't go back, so we can't change anything. We screwed up. We played right into his hands. All this power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything. It is not going to be good when I tell these people that I'm the reason that you know everything. Hold on. I'm sure you did your best. What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? Can't even feel her anymore. The bracelet, it's just empty. It's just an absence where Tia should be. I feel like if we had just done something different, if I hadn't been so stubborn, I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? No reason. No reason, ignore me. Oh, me the bartender, I say stupid things sometimes. Hee hee. I think he... The necromancer, I think he heard everything. What she planned, I mean. How can that even be possible? If you left the jackdaw near my window, I think it was a spy and it heard everything. What? How does that even happen? How did you not notice that? Yeah, dragon staying neutral and the innkeeper staying neutral, yeah. I don't know, I'm sorry. All I'm saying is it's not your fault the plan failed. He outsmarted us. All of us. There's nothing we could have done. It can't be right. What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has Ur's axe, he has an army of undead nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. And we don't have a magic greatsword either. Gotta be kidding me, what? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Fuck. So we've lost? It's over? Not yet! He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Clay, no. I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spying bird in your tavern? Or maybe you did, who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of this? Of course I care! I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you then? Oh, God! These gut punches! From Clay of all people! Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses and I'm done pretending we'll make it through this. Clay, please stay. Oh, everything's going great. Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him. If I was him, I'd kill all of us. So, no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know. Something fast, maybe? Didn't help with the fight, but might help my stomach. Worth a shot, I guess. Hey, Andu! I think you're the only one that doesn't hate me. Let's make a swift strike for old time's sake. Oh, no. Dang, orders up. Fast and quick. Just how I like it. What kind of drinks did she like? Defense all the way. Heads up. Oh, wait, why this, what? Oh, I thought the game crashed. Oh. This is not like a, well, that was a weird spot for the day to end, right? Wasn't it? It didn't like fade or do that thing with Andu or anything, it just... was that intended? That was weird. That was weird. I don't think you can skip cutscenes in this game, so I don't think it's like I skipped the cutscene or anything. Huh. Also, it didn't tell us like, oh hey, welcome to Act 4. We're just in Act 4. I don't remember if they have like a big act thing. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. There, yeah, it's still okay. That was intended, I guess. That was just a transition to Act 4. The day didn't actually end. Someone should go after Clay at some point. We'll need his help. We don't have time to let ourselves fall apart right now. Easy for you to say, you weren't there. Carolyn's right. We'll have time to feel defeated once we're dead. Right now all is not lost, not yet. Sure, it's just a bit hard to buy this never give up bullshit right now. If you know how to salvage all this, feel free to share it with the class. I'm serious, I won't even roll my eyes at any heroic speeches right now. Yeah, I figured. So what? You just want to give up? I don't know. Clay was right, it's getting pretty hard to see the point. Exactly what got us into this mess to begin with. What? Your failure? No. This bullshit ambivalence. Huh. I think you guys need to take a good hard look at reality. I don't like betting on losing horses. Oh, come on, Jade. Of course. Did enough pro bono today? How much do you think it'll cost to get you interested again? Oh, you can fuck right off. Yeah, this shit. What's up, Dave? Think this through. What would you even do? Where would you go? Don't patronize me if you're trying to save myself. Dave's right. There won't be anywhere to go soon. I don't want to hear it, Innkeeper. What do you even know? All you do is sit here and watch everything fall apart around you. Don't you dare lecture me on this. Yeah! Yeah! We kinda do! We are staying absurdly neutral in this and watching everything fall around us. I don't know why, I don't know if there's a reason for that yet, or if our character's just like broken beyond repair, but... I don't think that's very fair of you to say. You really want to talk about fair? Must be easy, huh? All up on your high horse watching us struggle every day. And all you can do is spare some half-assed commentary and a few pleasantries? I'm sorry. I didn't realize you mercenaries cared so much. Well, I got there in the end. Did you? Oh, that was a good line! I didn't realize you cared so much. Well, I got there in the end. Did you? Ow. Ow. Should have figured. Explains why that bird spying on us all this time was also just a footnote for you. Hey. I always go on and on about your responsibilities as an innkeeper. How's it your duty to serve anyone that walks through those doors? If that necromancer bastard walked in here, would you offer him an ear and listen to his story? Would you serve Alithia's murderer a drink with the same smile like you do for us? Hey, maybe you'd bring her corpse along. Good thing you already know what drink to serve her. Yeah, we're getting called out pretty hard right now. This is going places. Like, this is going places. There's not very many games that will let you play as a character that is absolutely being a shit in the moment. And we are absolutely being a shit right now. That's cruel. Why are you defending him? You should be just as pissed as me. That elf is gone because he couldn't get over his own ego, right? For all we know, Fable could be dead in a ditch somewhere. We wouldn't know. My drinks aren't miracle tinctures. They can't move mountains. But they could provide the edge between life and death, couldn't they? And you decided to refuse them that help because you were petty. Not like it matters now. Don't talk like Fable's already dead. Maybe you should have thought harder before letting Fable walk away like that. What happened to believing in them? There's even a chance they might come back. I'll keep those tavern doors open. Good to know you seem to have somewhat of a heart. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know what else you want me to say. Try to say something that doesn't make it sound like you've already given up. Dave has had such an arc. Why is Dave the character here now saying like, everybody don't give up. We can't give in to feeling sorry for ourselves. Dave is here. Like he didn't give up the moment things turned rough in the chasm. That was different. People were dying. A lot of people will die soon because we ran. So unless you have some big idea for how to fix this world... I really need, like, Archie and Melly to come running out of the room and be like, hey, we found another weapon. We found, like, I don't know, an orbital cannon or a rail gun. You can just set up another hit, Dave. That way someone else can take care of your problems again. It just won't be me this time. Holy shit, Jade is not pulling punches. She is out for blood. Innkeeper, Carolyn, it's been real, or not. Risking Clay's temper seems more meaningful than sitting here, so goodbye. She does have a point, doesn't she? Here it is, it's me and the only two people that can still stomach me. Well, I guess Melly and them don't really know yet, but... It's... I don't know what to do anymore. On my way back from the Highlands, I was thinking... Could just go see my family, but would I even reach them before the sun sets for the last time? These guys don't know either? No, I mean, like... They don't even know everything about me, and they're still, like... pissed off at, one, me not giving Fable, a potion, and two, like, this whole thing. But... the others that are back there don't even know that, like, Alithia's dead and this group failed. I assume not. They haven't been out here. All of the research group doesn't know anything about what's happening here. Could have tried. Instead I'm here. Not sure why. Must be something left to do. Maybe if we have the element of surprise with your sword, we might... No. Sword can't save the world, neither can I. So, I feel like where this is going... We have one final quest. So... We have these two... And a stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. Maybe we give, like... Maybe we give a rumor that we know about him. That is like, this is the weakness. And that finishes the quest, and then they go defeat them. I don't know what's gonna push our character to do that, though. Huh? Am I seeing things? Fable? Hello, everyone. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome back. I'm back. Somebody pinch me. Ow. I said pinch, not punch, Carolyn. Fable! And you have horns! It wasn't a punch, I'll show you. Wait, it's really me. Even though I do look a little different. Is it weird? No, it suits you. Dave's into it. Dave's like, I always liked horns. Looking badass, Elfie. Thanks, I like it too. I like the horns. They look very, horny. Innkeeper! Nope, that sounds wrong. Let me try again. Take your time. They are very pretty, beautiful, effervescent. You need one of your own drinks, Innkeeper? Well, what I really want to say is... I'm so glad you're okay, Fable. And I'm happy you're back. Really happy to see you as well, Innkeeper. Maybe Innkeeper is actually super into Fable. There's so much for all of us to talk about. Wait, before that, First and foremost, I want to say that I'm truly sorry. Okay. So, no. The I'm sorry comes first. I didn't think that was going to be a love confession with these two sitting right here, but... I should never have refused to make you a drink. No matter what insecurities I was dealing with. I should have never let them get in the way of keeping you safe. I made it back, didn't I? I thank the dragons for that. But I still ended up acting like a giant hypocrite. None of my encouragement was ever given in falsehood, yet learning to trust in the abilities I knew you had, it was hard to trust in you while the worry for your well-being was eating me whole. The worry of losing a friend. Don't you mean regular? No. You're my friend. If you'll still have me. You know, I thought a lot about our last conversation. I was upset at first, but most of all I was afraid. Afraid that we'd never talk again. I didn't even know if I ever wanted to come back to this tavern. Maybe the me from a few weeks ago would have just stayed away, but... You're important to me too, Innkeep, and I wanted to be brave for the both of us. So I came back to hear you out. And I'm happy I did. Oh. Glad you're both finally able to resolve this. Conversation must have really eaten into your word count for the day, Innkeeper. Worth it. But yes, you'll have to carry me from here on out, Dave. I'll try my best. Oh, right. Guys, we don't have time to chat. There's this necromancer that stole Ur's axe. I don't know who he is or what he wants to do with it, but we have to stop him. Why are you guys looking at me like that? Might be good to get everyone up to speed. You go first, Fable. You got us at the edge of our seats. Well, as you know, I was searching for Melly around the portal to the Twilight Chasm. I couldn't find any clues, not with the devastation left behind after the flood. And then a thought struck me. What if Melly was pulled into the portal by the waves? That would have been a nightmare, literally. And even if I could swear I saw the shadows around the portal moving, or the fact that it's the entrance to the plane called the Nightmare Realm, I couldn't just abandon my friend, so I went through the portal. How'd that go for you? To be honest, I barely remember what happened when I first went through. The distorted landscape, the giant gangly creatures roaming around, my heart was beating out of my chest. All my blood was in my ears again. Eventually I found an alcove that gave me some shelter, but I just couldn't stop freaking out. My blind panic I had run so far from where I entered, that the chance of finding any traces of Melly was almost zero. So what'd you do next? I must have fallen asleep. What? Excuse me? Well, all that running and worrying got me so exhausted I must have passed out. It was weird, falling asleep in such a strange place. I couldn't remember any dreams afterwards, just this sense of disquiet and unease. When I woke up, the Twilight Chasm looked different to me. It didn't scare me so much anymore. Moreover, I felt almost melancholic as I regarded its deep purple horizons. And suddenly, close to my alcove where a spiky mountain split the sky, I saw entrances to tunnels that hadn't been there before. Curiosity got the better of me and I ventured inside. The deeper I went, the more I started seeing veins of precious stones lining the walls. And soon the tunnel widened into a huge cave. I mean, it was huge, gigantic. I wasn't even able to see the ceiling anymore. Turns out somehow I'd stumbled from the Twilight Chasm into the center of the plane. Not the dragon, but... In front of me was the sleeping form of the Elder Dragon themselves, looking more awake than they should have been. I can only guess that the water covering the floor must have roused them. The flood had even managed to reach Ur's cavern. You mean the dragon that if woken too early will bring about the end of everything that was awake? Yes. Great. Another apocalypse. Do we get double points for a combo? Wait, I haven't finished my tale yet. But you're right, it didn't look good, especially when the necromancer appeared. It hid behind a formation of stalagmites as soon as I noticed him. Something about his presence and armor seemed off. He was followed by a couple of undead creatures dressed in farmer's clothing. I was still debating whether to reveal myself or not when he began casting a strange spell. A green mist started to coalesce around Ur's head, then their eyes flew open. I was stunned when I saw their gaze. Their presence had suddenly become stifling. Whatever strange visions the mist revealed seemed to enrage them. Their roar must have shaken the whole plane. While Ur was distracted, the necromancer tried to retrieve their fabled axe wrapped in their tail. It was a gut feeling, but I just couldn't let him take that axe. I had to stop him. As he took hold of the large weapon, he turned to look right at me. My legs felt like goo. I was shaking so bad it was hard to draw a breath. I knew at that moment, should I try to fight him, I would die. It was by pure luck in that moment, Ur shook off the mist and lunged for the intruder. The undead creatures used their bodies to shield him, shattering upon impact with Ur's claws. while the necromancer cast the same misspell again. Spell connected with ease, giving him the precious seconds he needed to escape. For a while nothing happened, there was just silence. I think desperation made me brave, or blind to consequences, but I couldn't hesitate any longer. That necromancer was to use the axe for evil while I had the chance to stop him and didn't. So I abandoned my hiding spot and ran towards begging them for help. You just asked the Elder Dragon for help. Yeah, it seemed like my only option at the time. And then did you get blessed by the dragon? How did they answer? With a riddle. It went something like this. Gems and jewels I create, yet my most precious treasure I still await. Sought by many, found by the lucky, it blessed the oldest and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, an immortal's delight. So close to death, unseeing you find. What little mortal do I seek? I was never good at riddles, and also we can only look back at the few. Bless the oldest and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, and a mortal's delight. So close to death, unseeing you find. What little mortal do I seek? Was never good at riddles. Prefer a more hands-on approach. To admit you don't have the patience. We have that in common. To be honest, I could barely think past all the emotions warring within me, and so I just said the first thing on my mind. I told them how much I didn't want to answer a riddle just then. Saving people shouldn't depend on getting a riddle right. And if wanted something in the first place, maybe they shouldn't speak in riddles, and communicate clearly instead. Wow. Nailed it! You said that to their face? I got caught up in the moment. It seemed to surprise them, judging by the rumbling chuckle they let out. Eventually, told me that all they wanted to do was fall back asleep, so I pulled out my lute and played the Elder Dragon, a lullaby. Just as I could see their eyes starting to droop, they lifted one gigantic talon to my forehead. Strange heat ran through my body, and a floating orb of blinding blue fire appeared in front of me. It was so warm and kind. It tickled my nose, and then I couldn't hold in my laughter any longer. I accidentally ate it? Before I could panic about wasting gift, their gaze let me know that everything was fine. That their flame would stay with me from then on, and that this strength was their boon to me, to this world. Is Fable gonna be our hero character that defeats the necromancer because you've been blessed by the dragon? The makeover was included, I guess. And that's all there is to it, really. I think that was plenty. That's astonishing. It's not like I did anything special. Anyone in the position would have done the same. No, I think this has Fable written all over it. I did forget to bring back a cool trinket for you. I think you brought back something a lot more important. Hope. Oh! Alfie, are you saying you can actually produce dragon fire now? I think so. I practiced recreating the orb on the way here, but I still have a long way to go. Oh my god! You just... Fable just got even cooler! Fable's the best! Huh. I feel like I'm missing some context here? Later. I need to go get Rhea right now. That was fast. Can't blame her. I heard you might have some dragon fire waiting for me, sword. Good to see you back in one piece, Fable. Good to be back in one piece. How's the situation? Is there a new plan? Yes. Maybe. We'll need to figure out the details. It's fair to say we've been given another shot. Alright, if there's any smith that'll be done, you know I'm with you. How long do you think you'll need to reforge the sword? That blueprint from the Highlands, it'll go a lot quicker. Confident I'll be able to make a darn fine sword. Be ready before sunrise, got no time to waste. Right. I'd still really like to know what we can't waste time on. Let's discuss it with the others. Mellie's a lot better at explaining this kind of stuff. She's safe? Yeah, she's safe. And Keep, I trust you'll have some quests locked and loaded for us top of the morning. Of course. Guess we'll see you tomorrow, Innkeeper. Here we go! Rest well, everyone. Okay, and yep, here's our final quest. To reach Twat, one has to go through a number of overly complicated rituals. Good thing no cleric would ever aid in something like that. Fable has returned from their encounter with with a mysterious ability, the power to create dragonfire. Hope is rekindled at last. A stranger's come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. All might seem lost, but the fight's not over yet. Quasar can still be stopped at the aperture. He's in possession of a draconic weapon, but so are we. Thanks to Fable and their newly obtained dragonfire, we were able to forge a weapon to withstand his evil powers. Let's go. Poor Alithia, though. Okay. This could be wrapping up. All right. Good morning. Good morning. You don't know how refreshing it is to see you three all together again. Likewise. Did you rest well? Not much, but well. We wanted to spend the whole night planning while Rhea worked on the sword, but Luna forced us to sleep. She's always valued nap time. Innkeeper, I've observed you put up quests for us. I did. And you even thought about defending the roots. Very smart, Innkeeper, very smart. Assume that means you all did too? Of course we did. We made plans and backup plans and teams and everything. What kind of team did you join? Fable's going to fight that big bad necromancer guy with their cool new dragon powers. And we'll be making sure the zombies don't eat people. Together with Baya and Archie. We'll evacuate the capital and Zenith too. There shouldn't be any more people around when his undead army arrives. Other than our extermination team, obviously. Seems reasonable. With Baya's help, it should go quickly too. Right? First we wanted to ask her to teleport Team Cool Sword to the aperture, but Baya says she can't talk to the trees in the Forbidden Valley, they're too weird. Wonder how much longer this is? The stupid new lack of VOD thing sucks. Yeah, I don't really know how that works on the Twitch app. I mean, I can at least say that, I'm pretty caught up on rendering the streams right now, so this will probably go up tomorrow along with Conscript. I would have put up Conscript today, but sometimes my ISP knocks our internet out, like when I'm uploading, because they throttle me. So I didn't want to upload it close to when Morgan had an interview for a job. So I didn't want to risk the internet going down, so I didn't upload it earlier, but it's uploaded now, so it'll be going live tomorrow. And then this probably will be too. Too rare for Baya? Must be some strange trees. Yeah, I really want to see them, but it's too dangerous, so I'll just wait until I'm older. Archie's going to help us convince the people in charge about the approaching danger. I'll help with providing good arguments and keeping things organized. And Dave will lead our group and scout out escape routes. After that, you're staying behind for the battle, Dave? No, I'm staying with Melly. I'll bring everyone to safety and protect them there. Not out for revenge? Trust my friends will deliver it for me. I do want the Necromancer to be defeated, but I don't want to leave Melly alone again even more. So you want to stay out of it? I want to live. Oh. Plus, Melly will need an assistant. Couldn't ask for a better one. Agreed. Now, I know you didn't put up a quest for the evacuation, but... yeah, that is a good... Look at how much Dave has changed. Could you get me a drink for the road? Something tasty to motivate me. I'll have to convince a lot of people we haven't gone mad. Sure. What secret do you have for me this time? Really big one. What could possibly still surprise me now? My real name. Oh? I'm all ears. It's Neil. Neil Broom. It's a stupid name, I know, but I think I'm done pretending to be someone else, so Neil it is. Neil! I've been wondering for quite some time if their true name was as cool as all of their aliases, but it suits him well. Solving the dispute with his parents and warming up to the people around them really did wonders. It's good to see they found their voice again. I love it! Neil! It's so cute! Can I give you a nickname? Neely? Neilchin? Nelly? But it's like Melly, but with an N. Neil is fine, I think. Neil, it suits you really well. Thank you, Fable. I'm not sure, it doesn't feel edgy enough. No, such a nice name definitely earns you a drink. I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you for helping me by myself. Be myself. Wouldn't have it any other way. make sure Neil is just as charming as Zephyr, Malachite, or John, then appreciate it. Alright. Boom. We're still missing 3 drinks, by the way. Maybe these are all the drinks, and that's just like, they just didn't have enough to fill in. It would be weird that there's question marks, though. Alright. You just need a spoken heart. You said you needed to motivate people, though. Can I give you a spoken heart that has... Isn't this the motivation one? I mean, it doesn't say it on the thing, so I'm thinking that you probably don't need it, but I wonder if I can give it to you anyway? Possibly, somehow? What if it's a trick? What if they expect me to give that to you? Let's see. Okay. Could we make this work is the question. That I don't know. I can't. I don't have enough space. So yeah, we couldn't make it with this anyway. Alright, well, pour it out. Unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't say give you that. I was just kind of curious. Because if you need to be able to give people inspiration, then it seems like it would be important to have that, but... Alright. Good stuff. Some additional charm. Not that you need it. This is delicious, thank you. Hope this will make me more bearable to the townsfolk. I find you plenty bearable. Thanks. Innkeeper? Yes, Fable? Been meaning to tell you, thank you for everything you've done for me. Without you pushing me to go on that werewolf quest, I wouldn't have gained the confidence to face Ur. You're one of the best friends I've ever had. Fable, I have a confession to make. Let me guess, you don't actually know how to make hot chocolate? Actually, I recently learned how. Would you like one? You're trying to distract us. Yes, he is, but I'd still like one. I'll accept it when you're done telling us your secrets. I'll trade your confession for the chance to make me a hot chocolate. See, I've taught you well. Alright. This is scarier than I thought it'd be. I know, but you can do it. That crazy necromancer? The truth is, I know him pretty well. He's my former best friend. That makes sense. It does. Well, I always knew he was hiding something, and when I saw the flowers on the necromancer's armor, it reminded me of the letter you refused to open. Yeah, that letter was... evil. So, you two were friends? We were in an adventuring party together. It was us and 4 others. Aquila, Aegis, Alkane, and Kai. Kaya? Kya? Well, it's been ages since I've said their names out loud. We spent quite a few years together. What happened? They died, our friends, they... Remember the other necromancer you were researching, Melly? Obviously. Is he the reincarnation, was I right? Not quite. But we fought here, Karaboja, a couple of times. Oh, okay. So we fought the other necromancer. She is obsessed with immortality and would do anything to get it. To us, it was like a game. She'd do something horrible, we'd stop her goon, she'd get away. We got so used to it that we became careless and arrogant. We didn't quite realize how dangerous she really was. Thinking ourselves invincible, we went into our last fight unprepared. My friends paid for it with their lives. Able to be honest, I thought that was what would happen to you when you went to the Twilight Chasm. I thought he'd be the end of you. I see. I understand why you were scared, I just wish you would have told me. Me too. When we fought her, they all went down so quickly. Aquila got mind-controlled and struck down Alkane. Kya went down trying to heal Aegis. We tried so hard to fight despite it all, to not give up, and then suddenly... they were all gone. It was only me and Quasar. Quasar? Is that his name? Yes, Quasar Duskbringer. Is that his real name? Yes. Jealous? Jealous of the edgy name? A little. He grew up in the Order of Starlight. It was a different subsection from Tia's, but I guess Cassiopeia's servants have a flair for dramatic names. We got along immediately, hated each other at first. Hated each other at first, sure. Disagreed on a lot of things, especially about religion. Because he worshipped Cassiopeia and you Leviathan. Oh, you figured that one out. This place has the sea serpent written all over it. You're a very good detective after all. Yes, made for interesting fights, but that somehow brought us closer. And arguing about scripture was always kind of fun. I bet. But the other necromancer, Caraboja. That one. She died, right? So you defeated her after all? No. Yes. Well, Quasar did. When I saw my friends were... I was pretty sure it was all over, that we'd lost. I was hopeless and scared, so I ran. I ran and I didn't stop until I was too far gone to turn back. I get that. Running's pretty easy when you're scared. And that must have been really scary to lose your friends like that. It was. I did the right thing by leaving. It was, but it wasn't right to leave them behind. Yeah. I think it's okay to regret it, but I'm still glad you made it here. Wish I was less of a coward. You're working on it now? I'm trying. Suddenly there was an explosion of intense magic from where I had escaped from. Pretty sure he used the Soul Shatter spell to defeat her. That sounds... shattering. Like something Hex would use. We stole it from a mad wizard back in the day. It was clearly too dangerous to be used, so we all agreed to keep the scroll safe and untouched. But he didn't. We didn't. We both wanted to study it despite the warnings. And while the others were partying or getting into tavern brawls or petting were-owls, we studied a scroll that could rip souls asunder. I don't think either of us planned on using it, but we were young and curious. The allure of powerful magic is a difficult one to ignore. I think when I escaped and he refused to run with no other options left, he used it against her. And it shattered Caraboja's soul. Clearly won in the fight, but it didn't bring them back. Have we never heard about any of this? You have, in a way. It happened... 30 years ago? Yes. I was wondering why he opened the first sigil 30 years ago and then waited so long for the others. Guess it was an accident, opening the portals, I mean. That's what it did, right? With her soul? Turned it into a portal? I think so, yes. Now he wants to bring your friends back. Can all relate to that right now. Hey, Blazing Flame. I think I wouldn't give to see them again, my old friends and Tia too, but... Past has already happened and I can't change it, no matter how much I want to. I want to honor the love they taught me, the ways they changed me, and the life I still get to live. They're worth so much more than only remembering the worst thing that ever happened to them. I don't want to destroy myself any more than my cowardice already did. You are a little bit of a coward. You could have told us this at the beginning. I didn't want it to be him, I guess, nor did I want to choose sides. He's still my friend even after all he's done. Even after he put on Caraboja's armor and abandoned his oath, I guess no one wants to accept that their friend has become someone unrecognizable to them. Sorry that happened to you. To the both of you. Feels good to finally say it out loud. Is that weird? Not at all. Do you think we can share this with the others? His name in the story, I mean. If you want to. I fear Carolyn will crush me, though. I'll put in a good word for you. Do you hate me now? Of course not. You're a friend. Our occasionally stupid, shady, and sad friend, but our friend nonetheless. That's me! Stupid, shady, and sad. And Tomba, don't feel bad about using the guide. Yeah, I mean, I would like to not have to use a guide, but... You know. The game is very obtuse and weird. And Quasar's your friend. I also wouldn't know what to do if I had to fight against my friends. I like to think I wouldn't want to hurt them either. But you really do have to start taking your own advice. So I've heard. Thank you, Fable. You really are my favorite regular. Good, because you're my favorite innkeeper. So don't go anywhere, okay? Not this time, I promise. Do I get a hot chocolate now, or are we gonna be sad for another hour? Get you your hot chocolate, thank you for being patient. Okay, well we get the opportunity to make the hot chocolate. Okay. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And then a little bit of defense. Oh, but I don't have enough to... Oh, we gotta put something in here. We gotta put something in here. How did I make it before? Didn't I use these? I think I used these. Yeah, because it just gives plus to those. Okay. So we get to use the ghost berries again. Yay! Oh, it might have given minus to another one too. But that's enough to make it. Yay! Hot chocolate! With ghost berries. Here. Hot chocolate Quincy style. This is perfect! Thank you so much! No zombie cells stand a chance against my chocolatey veins. I have to run through the garden now. See you in a bit. Good luck. Have fun. I'll go with her. We'll check in with you guys after we've won. I'd like that. Once we're back, how about some cheesecake and dancing? Sounds lovely. We can make some flour biscuits too. Very excited to try those. Be safe out there. You too, Neil. Sounds better when you say it. Can't wait to hear it again. Aww. Thank you for sharing all of that with us, Enkeep. Guess it was finally my turn, to be honest. You think we'll win this? Yes, I believe in all of you. I know you'll stop him and save us all. Neil and Fable with Melly as an adopted daughter, it would be perfect. Especially with you on the team. You're a really good cheerleader. I know. Even if you don't come back, I'm still glad I got to spend all this time with you. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Me neither, Innkeeper. Don't say goodbye just yet. I'm still coming back to pick up that quest. Need to check in with the others first, though. I figured. Thank you for everything, Fable. Couldn't have wished for a better person to share my adventures with. I'll be back in a bit. Be patient. Try my best. Alright. Hey, Kyle. Well, hello, Innkeeper. We've returned. Welcome back to my tavern. How are you two doing? Still clinging to those empty lines, are we? You can drop the act now, Innkeep. We all know you're just a mere you're not just a mere babbler after all. We told you the good news. We met this lovely little girl on our way here. Really chatty Kitlin. Maybe she has to overcompensate for that brooding old foster brother of hers. So you know about everything? About your history of the Necromancer? For sure. I have to admit, everything makes a lot more sense now. Glad you came back. I think we've all made some mistakes in our past. Some of us married evil bastards, others ran away because they were afraid. What counts is what you do now, Innkeeper. For example, how you help us fix your fuck-up from 30 years ago. So you've already put a quest for us up. Good. You're not going to fight alongside Carolyn? Oh, fight? Whom are we fighting? Undead army, you know, the one that's marching towards the capital? Who am I to blame them? Sounds like a wonderful stroll through nature. They're not strolling, they're eating away at the roots protecting the capital. That's not very nice. You got that right. That's why we're gonna stop them. Very well, my dear Rhea. Yeah, and your cape will be welcome additions to the team. Well, there'll also be a few more adventurers accompanying us. Scully, Una, and Jade are gonna be joining in on the fun. Una also mentioned Iniko, but I haven't seen them in a hot minute. Bet they're out somewhere wreaking havoc. Saving this world and the capital from destruction sounds like a dangerous endeavor. It is. Just as I thought. I couldn't bear losing yet another person so close to me in my lifetime. And that feeling all too well. Let's stop worrying about it before anything bad has even happened yet. Reminds me, the sword turned out well? Excuse me bragging, but it turned out spectacular. I was able to craft a flawless weapon, so deadly yet beautiful. Kara's Baba really passed an astonishing sword onto her. With that, oh, I forgot how to pronounce that. It's opals and the blueprint that Priest gave us. My best work to date. More than enough for the Oreheart competition. And with the Dragonfire little elf you acquired, it's also strong enough to withstand Or's great axe. Already handed my masterpiece over to Care. She gotta save this world first before I can win me competition. Sure you don't want to wield the sword yourself? Nah. Fought my fair share of undead. I know how to handle them. I'm better off at the capital, and the sword's better off in Care's hands. Belonged to her Baba once, so naturally it's Care's legacy. There's one more thing you could do. Craving one last drink? You see right through me. Thing specific? Just a drink that won't be my last. Mix up something to help us return to your tavern after all this shit. Agreed, I would love to come back here with my dear Rhea just to reminisce. Well, I have two ideas that could work. Give you something to enhance your dexterity and intelligence, so you can easily predict and avoid all attacks. I'll top it off with a lotus flower for some extra draconic blessings. That'd be the drink for a purely offensive approach. What would the other drink do? That'd be a choice if you want something less violent. A drink that'll enhance your natural charisma as well as up your defense, and also add some honey flowers to make you extra persuasive. Trying to collect some allies on the way, so we might need to do some convincing. Additional defense seems like a good idea. Smashing the undead creature's head together sounds more fun than talking to them. Not really much of a charmer, you know. Oh, I find you quite charming. Ah, shush. And we also have Lady Evelyn on our side. She definitely knows how to get a dead heart beating again. Speaking from my own experience here. Yet, your ex-wife will be joining us. Absolutely. So don't expect a turn of events. So she's okay? Of course she is. Can I see her? It's a relief. Did you two talk it out? We did, and while there's still a long way to go, we started to reconcile. I'll tell you all about it after we prevent a world calamity. Counting on you. Because having a powerful vampire countess on our side isn't entirely bad. Now, what about my drink? Have you decided on one? No. Both sound reasonable. I'll leave it up to you. Charm or violence, what will it be? Better choose wisely. Thank you, that's only mildly threatening. Drink and posture. And a stretch. Ew, jeez. Okay. Let's make our drink. So... I'm stalling you. I'm on an emergency spider visiting mission. Let's see. Last Whisper? Is that what I want? I think Last Whisper is what I want. You wanted the blessing, so yeah, this would be it. Okay, so big speed. We're gonna send Rhea down the violence route. There we go. I think a more physical approach fits you better. And you're quite charming already. Yeah, that's what I thought. Time to smash some undead heads. You return unharmed. Careful, you're starting to sound like some random NPC again. Let's go, Kyle. Pick up your ex-wife. See you later. Till then, dear innkeeper. Stay safe, you two. Alright. Hey, Fable. And Carolyn. I'm back. I see you brought Carolyn with you. What a pleasant surprise. And to see you, too. Taking this quest, if you couldn't tell. Guessed as much. You're not going alone, I hope? Of course not. We're just waiting for the others. Voy, Hex, and Grace will be joining us. We're keeping the team small because it'll probably be hard to get there. But I think Carolyn could probably defeat them all by herself anyway. Oh no. I think I work better on a team. We all work better when we don't have to go through terrifying experiences on our own. All part of the humanoid experience, I guess. No philosophizing before a big quest, please. But I love my philosophizing. We know. Are you... scared and excited? Yeah, both. It's not the worst combo. Excited for an epic fight, and scared because we care about this world and each other. Seems like a good thing. Guess if I didn't care, I wouldn't be so worried about all of you either. Good to be worried then, in a way. I could do without this feeling of ants running around in my stomach. Me too, but I'm glad you care. Would you say I care, Lynn? Okay, but sorry. That new sword of yours, Carolyn, does it have an appropriately epic name? I asked Rhea that too. She told me to name it. And? Lynn panicked. Said it's just a great sword, so now its name is just a great sword. Very creative. Luckily, the most commonly translated name for Ur's great axe is just a great axe. So Carolyn fits right in with the naming convention. I knew that, of course. Of course. So you've got just a great sword, unexplored dragon powers, a quest. All that's missing is... a drink? A drink. Be foolish of me to let you walk out of here without any help again. A little. I mean, you are a little bit of a fool either way. I don't think I'll just forget about whatever you and that Quasar guy's got going on. We'll be for sure talking about that once we stopped him. That's fair. You mad at me? No. Guess we all have people we're scared to talk about. You were right. The past always comes back to haunt us, whether werewolf or necromancer. I can handle the past as long as you guys promise to haunt me for a long while too. We'll give it our best. So Fable, what drink should he get you? Well, I think I should play to my strengths, but I'm not sure which one I should focus on. On one hand, dexterity will make me swifter with the bow, and it always helps to be fast and evasive. On the other hand, Voy has been teaching me how to combine magic and music to support people. I think a powerful pep talk or healing word can go a long way, so charisma could work too. Innkeeper, I'll leave the choice up to you. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I like both of these sides myself. Let's make your favorite charisma drink or your favorite dexterity drink. Your drink for a favorite customer coming right up. Well, I think I would be remiss to not give Fable the Swift Strike. It's what they always get, you know? Why mix it up? Why mix it up, I say? Int and defense. Fighting skills could really come in handy for this. And speed too. That way you can always run. Huh. Thank you. I feel fast and ready for battle now. Maybe I'll even have time to pick up some new ingredients for you on the way back. Focus on getting yourself back first. I'll think about writing up a fresh grocery list later. So, does your ex-paladin have any weaknesses? His arrogance, his devotion, he's ticklish. I mean, he's ticklish is funny. But you can't tickle through the armor. His arrogance. Still can't see himself losing. Nor does he think he has any weaknesses. He can't imagine you have something equally important to fight for. He's fighting for something that's already dead. You're fighting for something still alive. Make the most of it. Either way, best of luck. Thank you. Hope you don't mind me kicking your friend's ass. Tell him I sent you. I'll deliver your cutting words myself. You mind if we wait here for the others? Not at all. Grab yourselves a table and some, I still don't have any snacks, actually. Don't worry, I brought biscuits. Well, then have some biscuits. I'll set up a table. Why don't you sell cookies? I was never very good at baking. Maybe you should. Hey! You can finally breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. The face and the muscle have arrived. You're all saved. Hooray. Okay, I was trying to make this less awkward, and I see I've made it worse. Maybe Clay can fuck Void to heal his heart. Maybe. It's okay, Void. Some situations call for a bit of awkwardness. Care, Innkeeper, I'm sorry. No, we're not saying I forgive you. I think we're the ones that need to be saying sorry here, considering we could have helped a little. It's okay, I get it. I'd be mad too. I'm just glad you came back. Thank you for welcoming me back. Anytime. Yeah, Clay, listen, I'm sorry too. You needed us and we... Nothing you could have done. I needed some time alone to be miserable. Thank you for still being here for me when I came back. Anytime, bud. How you feeling? Not the best. I miss her a lot. Me too. She's... I know. I feel pretty powerless without her here. But Dave was right. She would have hated it if we gave up now. I don't want to abandon the world she loves so much. We have to try and save it. It's Neil now, I think. But yeah, I think we owe it to her to try. She deserves a proper ending too, not to fade into some sort of puppet of his. You're always looking out for her. I know she really appreciates that. You're always looking out for us. I'm sorry I got so angry about that bird. We're all trying our best. No, you were right. I should do better. Let's try to do better together then. I'd like that. Good job, you three. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Now all of you fuck me. It was very hard, but it was worth it. Thanks for dragging me here, Voy. You got it. I've heard you're joining too, Voy? Of course I am. What would anyone do without my priceless encouragement and skillful illusions? Or without all those magic items I stole from that wizard tower? Plus I'm dying to hurl the worst insults known to dragonkind at that man. Don't hold back on my account. Would you like a drink? No, I think I've got it covered this time. Can't wait to hear your epic battle ballad. Oh, you will? Do I have a drink? I think I could use a little something. Like some defense? I don't know how else I'll handle this without Tia. Try my best to mix up some liquid support. God, I saw the tears falling there. Boom. Boom. And boom. Here's your frosted lagoon. Not quite a Lithia, but this is as much defense as I can give you. Thank you, this reminds me of her in the best way possible. I really needed that. Feeling a bit better. Lots, actually. Coolio. He's missing the two wizards now. Should wait for him with Fable. And with Fable's biscuits. There's biscuits. Voice gone. Glad they picked up snack duty. Me too. Glad you're okay, big guy. Thank you. Come on, before Voice starts his inevitable grand speech without us. Did someone say speech? Nope. This way. Alright. I'll miss this. Maybe I should start offering food. No, Wandu would go crazy. Hey, Grace. The stars of the show have finally arrived. Voy is already here. I don't think we can compete with that. Oh, come on, don't kill my vibe. Spend too much time with Iniko. Impossible! Are they also why you're late? We were busy doing research, okay? Turns out we have a little bit of a problem. I mean, besides the crazy necromancer with a god complex and a god's weapon trying to kill death? Besides that, yes. Wonderful, what is it? Quasar needs to go through the astral portal in the aperture to reach Twat and do his crazy apocalypse thing. We figure he'll be able to use the portal without issue because of Tia, or what's left of her. First he has to get to the aperture somehow, of course. As a former paladin of Cassiopeia, getting to her portal shouldn't be a problem for him. So we thought, which is where our problem comes in. We know he's attempting this tonight, because of the transition between the astral moon and the dying moon and all that jazz. Which means we also have to get there very fast, but teleporting into the Forbidden Valley isn't exactly easy. It's weird natural magic that makes it a hazard for any self-respecting wizard. You're basically guaranteed to teleport yourself into a tree. Even Baya can't help, we're a bit stuck. Got any ideas? Good at teleporting drinks, not people, so not exactly. Grace, you've been awfully quiet. Do you have an idea? Did you find out what to do with the teleport thing? I do. You do? Yes, but I knew you'd say no, so I decided to pitch it to the innkeeper instead. Please go ahead. Remember those spells Hex found? They all sucked. Except the soul binding spell, I mentioned to try that one out. Don't. You'd risk your own soul. I meant the teleportation spell. The one that can teleport you anywhere? That one. The one that could kill you? I think I could use it to teleport a small group right into the Astral Sea. Somewhere close to the portal so that they can find Quasar easily. That would be great. No, it wouldn't. Well, it's... Did you miss the part where it could kill you? My modifications, it has a whole 30% chance of succeeding without stripping me of all my mana. The 70% chance of death. You don't have a lot of options. This isn't an option. We'll find something else, another way. And with what time exactly, Hexagon? Fine, sure. I'll cast it then. Don't be silly, you're awful at teleportation, plus it'd be more stable if the caster stays behind. And you're a much better fighter than I am, they'll need you at the aperture. And I need you alive. I won't be alive if we don't stop him. I know what I'm doing, just trust me. Absolutely not. I won't let you sacrifice yourself for some useless heroics. Either I cast it or we don't do this at all. This is Grace's choice. Let her make it. She makes stupid choices sometimes. She's too good for this world and it'll kill her. So you'd rather shape her into something she's not? Don't you love her the way she is? More than anything, her heart is what makes her so special. Then let her keep it. If we want to save this world, this is the only way. What's the point of this world if it doesn't have you in it? Hex, that world without me you fear so much it will exist one day, no matter what we do today. It doesn't exist right now, and yet you keep acting like it does. I'm just worried. So worried about the possibility of me being gone, you treat me like I'm already a ghost. Time we have, it's so short. I know, I'm scared too. I don't want to die either. But I can't miss out on living pretending I'm already dead. You have plenty of time to mourn me when I'm gone. Right now I need you to love me. I'm so scared, Grace. I don't know what I'll do without you. Figure it out. You won't be alone even when I'm gone. It's not the same. I know, but let's focus on what you can do right now while we're still together. We can save this world if you only let me live. I guess I can't keep you in a glass case like some sort of spell scroll. Even though I'd come up with great riddles to trap you with. I'd solve them instantly. Huh, you would. Do you really want to do this? Can help. This is how I can help. You don't have to. I want to. Let her be her own person, Hex. She deserves this. I'll make it out of this, okay? You have to promise me you'll make it out of this. I promise. And then we'll have a tea party. And so many of them. Love you, Gracie. Love you too, Hexy. Alright, I guess if anyone can handle a crazy, casting a crazy powerful, probably cursed teleportation spell, it's you. Or the innkeeper, but I guess you're not volunteering? Unless you all want to be permanently transformed into drinks, I can't help you. I think you got me then. Cast the spell and keep you company afterwards. I'll stay behind to ensure the spell's stability and improve the chances of keeping my promise. Sounds lovely. Would you like a drink to assist you? No, I'd like to keep my destiny in my own hands today, but thank you. Let's do this then. Before I change my mind and lock you in a tower. I'd like to see you try. Right, are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Better keep her well hydrated while I'm gone, innkeeper. Will do. See you soon. You can count on that. Looks like everyone else is ready to get it going as well. So shush and let me concentrate. Here we go! That was a cool shot. You're alive, I think. Grace? Grace? Grace, are you... Check if she's breathing! Oh. Oh no. Thank you for your hard work. You've been a joy to have in my tavern. No! We just missed the dice roll? I mean, it wasn't very good odds. Oh my god. Undo. Please keep an eye on the door. I'll go lay her down somewhere safe. It's one way to get a look at my secret rooms, Grace. Wish you would have asked differently, though. Damn, I was hoping she just, like, passed out. Hello, innkeeper. Oh, hello, I'm welcome, or something. It's okay, you don't have to say anything. Just came here to check on you. You waiting? Yes. Mind if I wait with you? Please do. Of course. I mean, I know the chances weren't good, but damn it! The final lullaby. Ah, that was right in my ear. They should be getting back soon. Maybe they'll bring me a snack? Hello? Round of applause for the heroes of Asteria, please. Did you bring snacks? What? Sorry, applause. That's better. Is that a winning grin you're wearing? What else would it be? World is saved, Innkeep. Yeah, no, no, we need to tell Hex, like... I'm hoping Grace just wakes up and is like, oh, I was really sleepy. Ooh, like... No, we cannot delay this. No, 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 no. Happy to hear that. Not that I expected anything less, but... It's good to stop worrying? Yes. Can I offer you heroes a drink? No! Tell Hex! Not quite yet. I'm not starting my heroic story without Gracie. I need her oohs and ahs and ahs, and Hex, be more careful! Where is she anyway? Did she get tired of you? Hex, I'm sorry. She didn't make it. What do you mean, she didn't make it? Like, you mean in time? She didn't make it back in time? Did she go take a nap? She didn't survive the teleportation spell. She promised. I know. No, you don't get it. She promised she'd be okay. Grace doesn't break her promises. She didn't get her choice this time. But she... Dragons, Gracie, you had to insist on dying a hero, didn't you? Where is she? In one of the rooms upstairs, the one with the pink carnations hanging from the Do Not Enter sign. Okay. Thank you for taking care of her. She was the most talented witch I've ever met. She was. The kindest one, too. I guess a good heart can't save you, even if hers saved me. I mean, that was honestly a better reaction than I expected. But that's awful. Just after they were coming back telling me that they did it, too. That's awful. Yeah, she was a wonderful woman. The world's gonna miss her. Thankful for her help, though. Without her, we never would have made it. I hope she knew that. I think she did. We always made sure she'd never forget how talented she was, after all. So, you two. Drinks? That make you feel better? A little. I'll take one then. Something that'll make me feel like a featherlight nymph, maybe? Thank you, Fable. Okay, I wonder which one Fable wants. Wonder which one Fable wants. I didn't expect another death, honestly. And it was so sudden, like it was like she cast the spell and I was like, she'll probably be fine. No. No. The game was like, no, you're not getting that, no. Here, your favorite. I was comforted by the extent to which you know me. Thank you. I guess we should get on with the epic and heroic story now, right? I'd appreciate that. Start with the group that took care of the roots. I imagine it began with the Battle of Wits. We're safe. The roots and the people. Local government didn't believe them about the danger, so it was a close call. But it sounded like they got everyone out in time. And all that was left was kicking some undead ass. Kyle said they had a lot of help too, like... Yeah, he and Countess Evelyn decimated a whole section of the undead army all by themselves. The Wyvern Chimera defended the city gates together with the Hydra. The Banshee and the Maramorgan answered Vaya's call and scared some of the skeletons to dust. A powerful wizard and a bunch of familiars and former familiars showed up with claws and fires at the ready. That's the the ones. It's all of our friends we made across our quests. That's fun. Scully convinced the Everbloom's archive Bleakstalkers to come to our aid. Oh. Alithia would have loved the Bleak Stalkers. After they heard about Tia, they were furious. Even Neil's parents showed up with a group of retired adventurers from Borkum. Uncle Dragon came by and helped too, together with the werewolf settlement from the Ashen Grove. I was glad to hear the old fool still got some guts in him. And apparently, Iniko was waiting for them in Themis. They had made a bomb to blow up the undead army. Jade said it malfunctioned. Took out a whole lot of zombies, but a bunch of houses too. They stayed back to help pick up the pieces. Sounds eventful, but the team won. They won. And you? Won too. I wonder if that is actually determined by what drinks I chose or not, or if they were gonna win either way. I hope... It would be cool if I chose the right options, but... Barely. Sounds exciting. Got a strange definition of exciting. Teleportation spell worked really well. It was super precise. We could even see the outline of the astral portal lined in the blood of the first vampire. And showing us the desecrated aperture on the other side. In front of us, stretching endlessly, was a wide river of the astral sea. Its glistening water was mixed with immortal blood. We were sure it would lead us straight to Quasar. The water was pretty deep, and we didn't bring a boat. Hex cast some sort of flying spell on us. Felt pretty weird, but it was pretty fast. Now, the fight was tough. Boy kept healing us whenever we went down, but he still had an undead Tia on his side. Though I did my best to keep her at bay with my arrows, eventually Clay got to her. He made sure she didn't have to fight us anymore. We'll give her a proper burial soon. You better show up. I'll be there. But I guess that didn't end the fight. No, Carolyn kept Quasar at bay for a long time, but I dropped. Hate to admit it, but I did. He was stronger than anything I ever fought. That axe is no joke. Neither was his determination. Boy managed to get her away from him just in time, but it was looking pretty bad for all of us. Only I was still in his way. I prepared myself to call on all the powers Ur gave me, no matter the cost, when Hex cast Fireball? No. I cast Soul Bind! Oh shit! We didn't even kill Quasar, you just bound his soul to a pot or something? Quasar had a bunch of Fable's arrows stuck in his ribs. And he looked bad. Bad enough that I thought I might be able to pull his soul out. I thought I might as well give it a try. Could have ended you or our friends. Could have, but I guess us hexes are known for risky moves, huh? Plus Gracie would have killed me if I didn't make it back. I had no choice but to survive. Did it work? Obviously. I pulled his soul straight out of his body, and in my panic, I bound it to the closest object. Ur's great axe? Precisely. I think it's just a cursed great axe now. We even brought it home for you. Thought it'd make for a great tavern decoration. Lynn's been carrying it for me. Here you go. Oh my god! Hey, we brought back a cursed great axe that has your old best friend's soul in it to just hang on the mantle. Yeah, it's where the bird was. I love it. This will spice up my tavern wonderfully. Huh, I knew you'd like it. Thank you all for the wonderful story. I'm very proud of you. Couldn't have done it without your help. Or without Grace's. How about I get you all another drink on the house and we go tell her the story. I'm sure she'd love to hear it. That sounds wonderful. It's been a blast, Innkeeper. Thank you for everything. Cheers to a million more adventures or something like that. You get all sentimental on us now. Let's go tell a story. Let's. There it is! There it is! End of the game. Look at all our friends! Oh, Hex is holding Grace's staff. There's a drink awaiting me at the tavern. Oh, if I get lost, I know I can return. Oh, they made a statue. At the tavern. There are 4 endings, including a true ending. Interesting. Oh, you get a statue. This is good music, yeah.
Cross through cities made of glass, past the forms of sleeping dragons. No days
Oh my
like the
god.
last, never know what will happen.
Look at all the animals.
But I learned
Look at this Disney princess.
chasm of fear, but I still took the leap and
Oh, also, I didn't even see Baya. Baya.
turn. There's a drink awaiting me at the
The choices do matter. That's good because they put that in the thing, like in the description for the game. So I'm glad they actually do. Oh my God! Look at, wow! Look at Voy and Kyle. And Kyle's not showing up in the mirror because vampire. Well, I'm glad the choices matter. That's really cool. Maybe I'll have to see if somebody else has a playthrough. Yeah, I saw the praying at the statue. Is what? You're shooting Fable's bow and they're like, don't, please. Also, are you about to kill that bird? Melly hanging out on the roof, and then you have Grace's staff now. Oh, the friendship bracelet is on the statue. I think that's the friendship bracelet. Kyle, where did you get a different slime? Baya! Baya's having a tea party! Oh, Fable and Neil are kissing, I think. Is that a kiss? I think that's a kiss. Or they're very close. I think that was a kiss.
There's a drink awaiting me at the tavern.
Oh, look at Baya holding the crazy sword. Look at Baya. Oh my god. Okay, these are Kickstarter backers probably. Are we getting more art? That's the main thing I want to see. That was a good game. We are getting more art. Oh, look! You have Andu! You have Andu. And there's Jade. Jade still looks pissed off. Yeah, no, that was good. I definitely had a very, very good time with that. I don't normally play like... I mean, you can effectively just call this game a visual novel. Because that's mostly what it was. The potion mixing, you know, was there, but it wasn't like crazy or anything. Are they making a dollhouse? For who? Who is this? Oh my god, is that Fable's... They had kids? Look at the little babies! They had kids! Oh my god, so much time is passing. Holy shit, how did the turtle get up there? Hex is planting flowers? Oh god, wait, is this... This can't be them burying Grace. Unless that wasn't kids from Fable and Neil. Why would they wait so long to bury Grace? Oh my god, sick boar! Oh, look at Fable. Look at Melly. That's a sick boar. God, there's so much art here. This is super cool. I just love seeing all of this. No new art now? Oh, no, there it is. Wait, who are you? Wait, is that their kid grown up? And who is this? This just looks like a younger Hex. What? Oh my god. Because I don't... That's not Iniko. I don't think. Is that Iniko? Iniko wore like totally different clothes and stuff, right? It kind of looks like the kid. Okay, well there's... Wait, what? Okay, so you shacked up with somebody else and you have a kid now. So people definitely have kids. What is Jade doing with you there? And there's you two. Still hanging out. Oh wait, it restarted? What is this? Okay, well, okay, so wait, no. So somebody has to have some kids or something. Who is this? There's a sheep. There's my little baby thing. Huh. I'm thinking some of them straight up do have kids. Because one of the kids looked like Hex. Voy was standing right here. So the tail down here was a different character. Because this was Voy that was standing right here. I'm pretty sure. Voy's the only purple character. Unless Iniko changed into him. But yeah, Voy had a tail. Why did you take my axe? What are you doing with that? Hex? Oh, Carolyn is not happy. God, they put a lot of art in here. And there's Baya! Next. Fable and Voy playing together. We were told that would happen. Different music now, I think. But yeah, this was good. Like I said, I don't normally play like a lot of visual novels or anything, but this was super fun. Definitely got invested in the characters and stuff. So I guess we'll have to have another vote now. Yeah, no, definitely impressive. Like I said, I do think it started off a little bit slow, but around like chapter 2-3, I think. Maybe not even that. Maybe after just chapter 1, because like once the flood starts, stuff starts going. I do think it could stand just on its own as a visual novel without the potion stuff though. Like if that wasn't there, I don't feel like it adds too terribly much. Like, it's good that it's there, but... Yeah, it definitely started becoming surprise devastating. Okay, I think that's all the art we're getting. And it's just going through, like, the backers right now, so... I mean, they are to the Ks. I don't know if we're gonna get any more art, though. This has been here for a while. So... Yeah, we'll press this now. Here we go! Tavern talk done. That was good. Guess they had multiple versions of the story to tell. Yeah. I'm glad there's multiple endings like that, so that's quite neat. But yeah, maybe some of those characters that we saw there were Iniko, but I'm pretty sure at least two of the things were Neil and Fable's kids. Because one of them was like a bigger, like air echo looking person, and I think that was their kid. Which was interesting. I always love those ending scenes where you get to see where everybody ended up and everything.